Hey guys, how's it going? I don't know if you know this about me, but I really enjoyed the whole YA trend of the mid-2010s. I didn't see everything that came out of it, but I just enjoy that general feel in those types of stories, especially the post-apocalyptic, dystopian types of ones. You know, I really loved The 100, the TV show. If you guys have seen it, enjoyed The Hunger Games. Even Twilight was kind of fun. Now with Divergent, I did see it, I think, one time back in the day. Don't remember it that strongly, so I thought it would be fun to come back, rewatch this, I guess refresh my memory, because I definitely don't remember the majority of what happens in this movie series. But if you're new here, my name is Sam, and I'm your movie bud. Does anyone know how far into the future this series is actually set?
They say the war was terrible, that the rest of the world was destroyed.
Wars in general tend to be pretty terrible.
Our founders built the wall to keep us safe, and they divided us into 5 groups to keep the peace.
Exactly how does that keep the peace?
The ones who value knowledge and logic are an erudite. Amity farm the land. They're all about kindness and harmony.
That sounds pretty good.
Candor value honesty and order. They tell the truth.
I feel like everyone should respect those things or value those things.
And then there's Dauntless. They're our protectors. I always thought they were amazing.
At least they get a lot of physical activity.
My faction is Abnegation, dedicated to helping others. We're trusted to run the government. My father works alongside our leader, Marcus.
And again, those things seem like qualities we should all have, to at least a certain degree. Guess it does make it simple.
My mother says there's an art to losing yourself. I'm supposed to never think of myself, to always help others.
Yeah, that'd be pretty difficult. No matter how selfless we want to be, I feel like difficult to never ever think of yourself and what's good for you. And is there issues with being entirely selfish and vain and all those kinds of things? Of course there are. But I think it's kind of weird to not be at least a touch selfish and vain, like at least a little bit sometimes, you know what I mean?
Are you nervous?
How are you for your test?
I was terrified.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I take the test. I'm scared it'll tell me I'm not Abnegation, that I have to leave my family. But I'm even more scared that it'll tell me to stay.
Yeah.
For my brother Caleb, it's easy. He's a natural.
At least he knows what he wants to do.
What if she'd been blind or an amputee? Would you have helped her then?
Thinking about helping her.
Right. So, you know, I saw his name in the credits and I was like, is that the same guy? And it is. So these two were definitely the stars from The Fault in Our Stars, right? Interesting to see them again in, obviously, these entirely different roles. Obviously, that's how acting works. So, you know, of course, it's always going to be interesting to see people playing entirely different roles, especially in relation to each other. It was fun to see him again. I was wondering what else I knew him from, but apparently it's this.
Test will tell me who I am, where I belong.
Those tests should be go a good long way in helping you figure it out. But, man, having these tests 100% tell you who you are?
All the food that we're not getting, guys are giving away to the faction list. Everybody knows you keep it for yourselves. So why don't you just admit it?
Seriously, man?
Beatrice?
Don't.
Of course, Miles Teller has to play some kind of douche, right? Yeah. Having some sense of longing to join the active crew. They called again? Damas?
While it is our belief that choosing the faction indicated by your test, best way to ensure success within the faction system, it is your right to choose any of the 5 factions.
I appreciate they at least have a choice.
There will be no change permitted.
It's a tough one, though. Big decision. Imagine being 18 and, like, you 100% have to choose exactly what you're going to do forever. No takebacks.
I'm Tori. I'll be administering your test. You'll be offered a series of choices to test your aptitude for each faction. 95% get the faction of their origin.
I guess it kind of makes sense that the majority of people would pick what they already know, or at least test positively for the thing they already know. You know what I mean, right? Cool. We're going on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Little mental trip. Man, psychedelics freak me out. I am not that guy.
Choose.
What if I don't want to choose? It's all a dream. Oh, puppy.
Puppy.
Yeah, there you go. Puppy. Or not. Okay.
We're going out the back door before supervisor comes.
Wait, what was my result?
Come on. You're going to tell your family that the serum made you sick.
No, but what was my result?
Your result was fucked.
Abnegation.
Hmm.
And erudite. And Doubtless. Your results were inconclusive. They call it Divergent.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to tell me what faction to choose, the test.
The test didn't work on you.
The test is supposed to help.
You have to trust yourself.
Bye, Tori. Have a nice day.
What happened to you today?
I got sick, so they sent me home early.
Sticking with the story, huh?
What was your result?
That's a good question, man.
Why did you just leave without telling anybody?
I was sick.
I don't think you understand the level of scrutiny we're under. They're doing everything they can to discredit us right now.
Yeah, that seems kind of obvious, though.
Erudite. They believe that they should be the governing faction, not us. Even Marcus is under attack.
It's an old accusation
For what?
that he mistreated his son.
Right.
Is that true?
No,
Of course not.
How are you guys so certain?
we love you.
Dad seems real worried. Maybe just because of the position that their faction is in, I suppose.
Tomorrow when we choose, you have to think of the family.
Why?
You also have to think of yourself.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad that that wasn't an entirely selfish statement. Hey, there's Miss Winslet.
How is Marcus holding up?
As well as can be expected.
We need to find out who's behind these rumors.
I think we all know who it is.
Bitch, it's you.
If it's someone from Erudite, I promise I'll find out who.
Sure. For real, I actually don't remember who it is. I just assume it's Kate Winslet.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Janine Matthews.
This is Beatrice.
I'm sure your parents will support whatever choice you make.
One would hope.
The test should tell us what to do.
You're still free to choose.
But you don't really want that.
I want you to choose who you truly are because you honestly know yourself.
Man, that's a real big thing to put on a teenager.
The faction system is a living being composed of cells. The only way it can survive and thrive for each of you to claim your rightful place.
Like ants.
Faction. Before blood.
So many people don't figure out who they are until well after their teen years, you know what I mean?
Amity.
Devo. Fair enough, I guess.
Caleb Pryor. Erudite.
Uh-huh. Slight surprise on the parents' face, but not outwardly showing too hard.
Beatrice Pryor.
Oh no. Oh man. This is one thing I do remember, that she also defects. I'm pretty sure that was in the promos back in the day as well, you know? Like, they don't really hide this part of the story, so. Oof.
Dauntless.
Yeah. And there go both of their kids. That's rough. But hey, I mean, it's not like you never see your kids again after they defect, right? I appreciate that she obviously at least cared about how this is affecting her parents, you know? Oh man, what a challenge. And they make this seem like it's just something difficult that you have to do, but like everyone can do it if you really try it. You know, you gotta get past your fears. But like, bro, if you've never climbed up anything, it's actually kind of hard. Now, me, I was a climber as a kid. I just like climbing stuff. So I kind of always had that ability because I enjoyed it from as early as I can remember. But I know for sure I've had other friends who like definitely couldn't climb shit because they just never done it before, you know? Pay attention to the others. Oh, they gotta open the doors themselves. I thought that the doors were gonna open, they just had to run until the doors open and then they jump in, but nah. Hey dude, last chance? Seriously? There you go. Almost ran out of room.
I'm Christina.
Beatrice.
What's up, fellow defector?
Get ready.
That's right. So the train like just never stops. Anytime they want to get on or off, they just have to jump, right? Oh man, yeah, that's kind of a hectic jump.
What if you don't jump? What do you think? It'll be factionless.
Together?
I mean, if you mean at the same time, then sure. Yeah, they do. Cool. Good stuff. It's definitely not a thing you want to like do together, as in like holding hands or anything like that. But just at the same time is fine.
I'm Eric. I'm one of your leaders.
Oh, that's Jai Courtney, right.
If you don't have the guts to jump, then you don't belong in Dauntless. Someone's got to go first. Who's it going to be?
Is it not going to be someone who's already Dauntless?
Me.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Woo! I'd not be good with this one. Man, my biggest concern wouldn't be what's at the bottom of the hole. It'd be missing the hole. Because imagine you fucking smack one of the sides on the way down. Oh my god.
What's your name? You can pick a new one if you want, but make it good. You don't get to pick again.
My name's Tris.
Sure, why not? Before we go on, guys, do remember, all my videos are on Patreon, of course. They're all, you know, full-length picture-in-picture. You get adjusted audio so you can hear everything as clearly as possible. I occasionally also do brighten up the movie so you can see everything as clearly as possible, though that does depend on the movie and how dark the darker moments are, you know what I'm saying? If you want to check that out, support the channel, I'll leave a link to my Patreon down below. Thanks so much.
Most of the time I work in intelligence. During your training, I'll be your instructor. My name's Four.
What's up, Four?
What happened? 1 through 3 were taken?
If you want to survive here, just keep your mouth shut.
Definitely not the greatest lesson, but it was going to go with something like respect your superiors or elders or whatever else. I don't know about keep your mouth shut. That's some bullshit. I wonder how they do their tattoos in this world. Like, do they still have tattoo guns, or are they going old school with the old tribal style tattoo, just like jabbing a hot, sharpened piece of bamboo or something, you know what I mean?
Have you never seen a hamburger before?
I've seen one, I just have never eaten one.
That's a hamburger? Realistically, that's just a meat patty of some kind, you know what I mean?
I'm well. Erudite.
But I'm surprised abnegation even eats it all. Too selfish, right?
Whatever, man.
Gotta be pretty self-confident to be friends with a candor.
What is that supposed to mean?
Have no filter. You say the first thing that comes into your head. I don't want to hear about your own factions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Were you a transfer too?
Are you kidding?
No.
What makes you think you can talk to me?
Who says we can't?
Must be because you're so approachable.
You, my friend, have a death wish.
They tried to recruit him for leadership twice, but he said no.
Okay. How old is Four and how long has he been here? Because honestly, he doesn't seem like that old.
We believe in ordinary acts of bravery. Respect that. Do us proud.
Okay. Good speech. Short and sweet.
I want everyone in the pit. 2 minutes.
Fair enough.
Trained separately from the Dauntless Born, but you'll be ranked together. Rankings will determine what jobs you move into. Leadership, guarding the fence, or keeping the factionless from killing each other.
All of that makes sense, but I always find it curious when we're going into some kind of training camp and the thought process is we train hard every single day, and it's like, you have to leave room for recovery. Part of growing when it comes to like doing anything physical is recovery. And yes, to a degree, the younger you are, the easier and quicker you recover. And a lot of cases, you may not need that much time to recover. You know, I mean, realistically, when I was growing up, I did surf and or skate pretty much every single day. So there's that. But at the same time, I was also super skinny as a teenager because I surfed and skated every single day. Realistically, there were plenty of times I went home like super weak. Not the healthiest thing. I really, really should have taken more days off. You know what I mean? But yeah, you gotta wonder about this in terms of this training. Are they doing it every single day? Like 5 days would make sense, you know, like 3 days on, rest, 2 days on, rest, repeat, anything like that.
At the end of each stage of training, the lowest ranking initiates will be leaving. Live factionless.
Oh, that is messed up.
It's a new rule.
Well, somebody should have told us that.
If you're really one of us, it won't matter to you that you might fail. Now we get to choose you.
Sure. They did a good job casting Jai.
Statistically speaking, you should have hit the target at least once by now.
Seriously, my guy? Being good at something from the start doesn't really matter. The question is, how do you finish? By finish, I mean over the course of time. It'd be like several weeks, several months. Realistically, I think when you're learning any new skill, you need at least 3 months to really like figure it out and figure out how much progress you're going to make, how much you love it, how willing you are to get through the obstacles that are associated with that skill. And if you're not doing it most days a week for at least 3 months, you haven't really given yourself a proper chance to actually find out how capable you are at that skill.
Factionless. Not doing anything.
That's gonna be your new family.
I really want her to beat the shit out of Miles Teller's character at some point. I can't remember his name. I know that they'll bring it up again.
First jumper in the ring. Last jumper. Time to fight.
Oh, sometimes the best way to train is just do, right?
How long do we fight for?
Till one of you can't continue. No one concedes.
Who decided that?
Brave man never surrenders.
Lucky for you, those weren't the rules when we fought.
Yeah, never surrendering is not, that's not bravery, that's stupidity. There is definitely a time and a place to surrender. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, down she goes. I wish she'd done at least a decent job, but again, it doesn't matter how you were the first time.
I'm never gonna make it.
Yes, you are.
If they caught me, I think my parents would take me back.
Really?
Even if they wanted to, their faction wouldn't allow it.
Good to know. Hey, what's up, Tori? How you doing?
You remember me, right? I was just wondering if you could...
No, just do tattoos.
I'd like this one.
Alrighty then. Can't say I love this. Everyone just picks some random shit off the wall.
You made a mistake choosing Dauntless. They'll find out about you here. You don't fit into a category. They can't control you.
I'm going to be Dauntless. I chose Dauntless.
But you could be anything, apparently. And they don't like that.
I hope so.
Right, that's how they do it. That's way easier than what I had. There you go. She's making progress.
You're weak. You have no muscle.
Hey, you're not really helping her with the muscle situation, bro.
Yep, you have to use your whole body. Keep tension here.
There you go. Now we're helping.
You're fast, so you could win if you attack first. You get inside, you jab to the throat.
I like that. Focus on the things that she actually will excel at. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses. You just got to focus on the things you can do.
Congress.
Oh, no. You can't just concede.
You need to stop?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You give your hand.
Don't trust him, dude. No. Don't trust him. Do not. Okay.
All right, let's everyone take a break.
Okay, where is this going? What's he gonna do? Yeah.
Hang there and I'll forget your cowardice. Fall and die. Or give up. But if you give up, you're out.
Give up? What? Just give up being dauntless? It's another thing, one of those things I really don't like, because we're not all built the same. Hanging off an edge like this absolutely depends on a few things. Now, she has one major thing going for her in the fact that she's pretty skinny. So, like, the lighter you are, the less you have to hold up. Obviously, how much you weigh absolutely matters when you're hanging over the edge of something. Oy. And yeah, this is definitely something I've noticed, that being at different weights, it's so much easier when you're lighter. It's just how gravity works, you know what I mean? I can imagine if you tried to pull this kind of bullshit with one of the other initiates who is a little bit heavier, it's not about willpower. At a certain point, they just don't have the ability. You know, building up the strength to hang off an edge or actually pull yourself back up, it's something that you have to work on. It doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Stupid.
Time.
Okay, I appreciate he didn't fucking wait for forever, because that's real difficult.
We fight to protect every life inside the fence without fail. That's why we train you the way we do.
Well, some things need to be changed. Some of that training is just trash.
You know, it's been quiet out there for years. That could change at any moment. So we have to be ready for everything.
A decent amount of the training, from what I've seen, actually does look really good. Another important thing, I'm not military, I don't know anything about that, so there are going to be some things I don't know in that sort of sense. One thing I do know is just when we're talking about exercise and recovery, and then, like, again, we're talking about, like, weight and how that affects you.
It's out there.
Places that never recovered from the war. Let's just say they built defense for a reason.
Okay. That's not very clear, but all right. Knife throwing, honestly, actually seems really difficult.
You're kind of good at this.
Cool. Good for her. Ah, rough.
That was pathetic. Well, go get it.
What?
Are you afraid?
We're getting stabbed by an airborne knife, yeah.
Stand in front of the target.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna stand there while he throws those knives. If I see you flinch, you're out. Orders are not optional.
Don't love that. But I guess that's the case for a lot of military, right? Orders never seem to be optional.
Stop. Anyone can stand in front of a target. It doesn't prove anything.
Then it should be easy for you to take his place.
Yep.
Come on, 4.
You want me to give her a little trim?
Yeah, maybe just a little off the top.
Swear to God, what's Jai Courtney's character's name again? You guys know I'm not great with names. It's like one of those things that I've actually gotten worse with over time. But I swear to God.
Points for bravery, Stiff. Not as many as you just lost for opening your mouth.
Whatever. This guy's teaching techniques are fucking wildly shit. One thing I can tell you, while I was raised single parent style, just me and my mom, I obviously do have a much larger overall family. I can't say I grew up with all of them, but a lot of my family members, aunts and uncles, both of my parents, were either teachers for most of their life or trained in teaching. One thing I can tell you is that there is good and bad ways to teach, and Jai Courtney's methods here just fucking, they make me shudder, pissing me off. His training methods are absolutely garbage. I know he thinks he's training people to be tough, but realistically, a certain amount of these people would absolutely progress way better with different methods, especially because everybody is different. Not everybody learns the exact same way. Trying to fit everyone into this exact same training method is just short-sighted, you know?
You right?
You cut me.
I meant to. Think he was gonna let you off without a scratch?
Wow. Good aim, bro.
If I wanted to hurt you, I would have.
Okay. Cool.
Impressive, Stiff. Congrats. You're famous now. Transfers of Beatrice and Caleb call in to question the soundness of Abnegation's teachings.
Rough.
Perhaps the answer lies in the corrupted ideal of an entire faction, the abuse of their children. Did they beat you?
Oh, but she might beat you.
They're good people.
That's why you left?
God, I want to smack him so bad.
What's she doing to Dallas?
You're Andrew Pryor's daughter, aren't you? You made an impressive choice, Tris, despite your parents.
Despite? The fuck do you mean?
You've seen my test result?
Of course. I'm glad you were smart enough to know your own mind. Let me know if you ever need anything.
Yeah, maybe not.
But they're hunting Divergent. That's all they talk about at Erudite these days.
How many Divergents are there? And where are they?
First fight, Peter versus Tris.
Cool. Tris moving up them leaderboards. Good stuff.
Remember what I said about attack? First shot, right to the throat. He steps before he punches.
Focus on the advantages you have and attack the weak points. Yeah, you obviously don't want to get into a strength match. Okay. Got a butt kicked again, huh? Just focusing on this fight thing. I think it's important to note that if you're smaller and or weaker, that doesn't mean that you're entirely at a disadvantage. So many people tend to think that bigger and stronger equals all advantage. And that's not really true. Like, yeah, if you're gonna fight someone who's bigger and stronger than you on their terms, like try to outstrength them, then yeah, of course you're gonna lose. But if you play to your own advantages, say speed, skill, finesse, that's a whole other story. Usually the bigger they are, the more open their weak points are. You gotta use those advantages. If you're ever being attacked, remember, knees, ankles, throat, balls. Anyone in the comments who knows even more about combat skills and self-defense, obviously, please feel free to sound off. I'm not going to pretend that I'm like a massive expert, but there are a few basics that I definitely feel strongly about. So, you know.
How long have I been here?
About a day.
A day?
Really? A whole day?
Have you seen the scoreboard?
You're below the line.
Ooh, that sucks.
Why are you wearing those vests?
War games.
Whoa.
Eric says you're done.
What?
Yeah, Eric doesn't know shit.
We gotta go. We're gonna miss the train.
She gonna run out to the train? Yes. Run. Nice. You have to run pretty hard to catch up. You gonna reach out a hand, bro? Yes. Much better. I definitely agree with Four's training style way more than Eric.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I just figured that I had to make it.
Who let you out?
I did.
You did.
What, do you think you get to decide, bro?
Okay.
Yeah, back off.
The game's simple. It's like capture the flag.
Weapon of choice.
Oh, shit.
Simulates the pain of a real gunshot wound. Only lasts a couple minutes.
Huh. Interesting.
2 teams, 4 in our captains. Edward.
I'll take the stiff.
Yeah, of course you will.
Not gonna jump, are you?
Trying to get a good vantage point.
Nice. I agree.
You should go easy. You took a beating.
Surprised you noticed. Saw you leave during the fight.
That's something I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I kind of wish he had stayed during the fight, honestly. But maybe there's some other reasons that we're not clear on.
This is high enough.
No, we need to go higher.
Yeah. I kind of agree on going higher.
You're afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid of something.
Damn straight. And that's not a bad thing. Fear is not entirely a negative thing. There's just a time and a place. Sometimes fear is super valuable.
Look, there it is.
Good to know.
Split into 2 groups. Go up the side and the rest of you engage Eric.
I can see! Go!
Curious that I don't have any kind of facial protection.
Tell me if this hurts.
You tell me.
Bitch! Fuck off, man. Nice. Huh. Cool. Got the flag.
Yeah?
Come with us.
Where are you going?
Shortcut back. A little initiation ritual.
Just another one of those jump off something type of situations. Yeah. Well, I don't love heights. I do usually love the view. Even if, in this case, the view is busted up city. You know.
You good? Good.
Oh, man. That flying fox shit, that's awesome.
Don't forget to pull the brake at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Good to know there's a brake. Yeah, I love how they got them strapped up like that so you could feel like you're just straight up flying. That's actually cool. Yeah. Oh, maybe tuck those arms in. Oh, wow. Going through that building would be so sketch. Brake. Pull the brake. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Ooh, that's so sketchy.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You know, I wanted to say that you were really good tonight.
She was. So yeah, what? All of the characters that we've gotten to know have all made it. What? What's up with the bag? Oh, that's interesting. Is that her brother shining the light towards her? No, oh, it's mom. Okay.
Look at you. God, you're so strong and beautiful.
Yeah. Nice. I love when mom's so proud.
Mom, you can't be here.
I know, but you're in danger. You weren't sick the day you took your aptitude test, were you?
Nah.
Why?
What were your test results? I mean, it's okay, you can tell me.
Yeah. Gotta be able to tell someone.
They were inconclusive.
Divergent.
Correct.
But now Ariadne's looking for them everywhere. They're gonna get inside your head and watch how you respond to fear. You can make it through Dauntless.
How do you know so much about this?
That is a good question.
Mind about me. Do not let them know who you are.
Wait, are you Dauntless?
Listen.
Hey! What are you doing?
Talking to no one. I do kind of like this whole Divergent idea that they're going with. There's like the central premise of this story. The few people who don't conform are dangerous or whatever, but not the fact that they think they're dangerous. Like, I guess the way that it reflects how in real life we as a society tend to think of those people who don't fit in or conform as somehow wrong or whatever. Like, weird is supposed to be bad. And if you guys have been watching this channel for any length of time, try to always use weird, or not always, but most of the time, like 9 out of 10 times, weird is a good thing. A certain amount of people should fit in and conform to a certain degree. That's not a bad thing either. But there also should be those few people who stand out and can think in multiple different ways. I think it's a really healthy thing for a certain amount of people to be able to see things from multiple different angles and take different approaches to situations. Because that's adaptability. And I think that we should celebrate those few people who are multidimensional, which is, I think, the point of this story. But yeah, I just like this story angle. You know what I mean?
Tris, serum that stimulates part of your brain that processes fear. And transmitters in the serum allow me to see the images in your mind.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, not bad weird, just weird. Wonder if the birds maybe playing into her fears is one of the reasons she got the birds tattooed on her in the first place. Okay. You gotta, obviously, in a case like this, in her mind, I don't know about reality, because that's the whole of the story, but
this isn't real.
There you go. Stop, breathe, remember it's not real. An interesting way to escape a bird attack, though.
It's all right. You okay?
Relatively speaking, yeah.
4 times faster than the average. Next time, it'll be a lot easier.
I have to do that again?
You're natural. You got nothing to worry about.
Okay. Cool.
I heard about this guy like 2 years ago. Panicked, he had a heart attack in his chair, and he almost died.
Holy shit.
You don't seem to have any problem at all. Me?
You were amazing.
Yeah, what's amazing is that she's gonna knock you right out of Dauntless. Somebody's gotta take her place at the bottom.
Maybe you, bro.
What's your trick?
I don't have a trick.
Nobody gets through it that fast. Why don't you tell us how you do it?
We should not a bitch like you, man.
At least tell your friends.
Is there some way to make it easier?
No.
Kind of actually would like if she had shared something about how to deal with these tests with her friends. Maybe not everything, because she has to be careful, but still. Now, that is something that I would be fucking terrified of. And I've definitely been in a few situations growing up surfing where I did almost drown. Not because I was trapped or whatever, just because, surfing, ocean, is dangerous, And that shit is terrifying.
This isn't real.
Yeah. So is that how she just deals with a fear test every time? It's interesting because, you would think that more people would have that reaction. Like, just, this isn't real. What's there to be afraid of? You know what I mean?
How'd you break the glass?
I just did it.
What were your test results?
Abnegation.
I think you're lying to me.
Honestly, if your vibe was a little different, it might be easier to trust you, bro. And to be clear, I'm talking to 4, not Tris.
What were your test results?
Abnegation.
Fine, you're free to go.
Yeah, 4, if you want her to trust you, you have to approach it with a different tone.
Dauntless don't break the glass like that.
Okay. How would Dauntless handle it then?
My brother was like you. Last day of the simulations, one of the Dauntless leaders came to watch him. And the next morning, we found his body at the bottom of the chasm.
Fuck.
Dauntless leadership. You can't let them find out about you.
Man, that's fucked up.
And what if they already know?
and you're already dead.
Okay, is anyone gonna help teach her how to like actually get through it, or she just have to figure it out? You know what I mean?
Beatrice, what are you doing here?
Came to see you, man.
I'm not gonna make it at Dauntless. Maybe I can go back to abnegation.
You can't go back. They're not gonna let abnegation break any more rules.
How many rules have they been breaking?
There are liars here. There are people who know how to manipulate you.
I think you should go.
I kind of agree. Maybe not for the reasons that you're thinking, but...
Got it.
And it's sad to see Caleb take this stance seemingly so quickly.
I need you to come with me.
Stop! Are you all right?
Yeah, if you want someone to go with you, explain why.
Are you happy with your new faction?
Yeah.
Faction before blood. It's sometimes difficult to fulfill. Goes against our fundamental human nature.
Can't say I love it.
But that's exactly the weakness we need to overcome. Human nature is the enemy.
Wow. That's a fucking red flag.
Human nature to keep secrets, to lie, to steal. And I want to eradicate that.
Whew. Sorry, it's one of those things where it's like, look, man, there are negative things about human nature, no doubt. But there are positive things about human nature as well. And the things that people chose to focus on as the ultimate be-all and end-all of human nature is real telling of their character. If someone has that approach that human nature is inherently bad, that we lie, cheat, steal, and those things are just normal and natural or whatever, it says a lot about that fucking person, you know what I mean? Does not say anything about overall human nature, because there's a lot of people whose natural tendencies are kindness, respect, honesty, all of these things. And those are just as prevalent as the other. It's just that it's honestly easier to take advantage of someone when you don't have the kindness and respect, when you are prone to lying, cheating, stealing, being disrespectful, all of these things, manipulation. But just because it's easier to take advantage of people than it is to be good to them doesn't mean that that's inherent human nature. That's just an aspect of some people that is negative. And that, yeah, we should work on and should work to deal with. But always be wary of people who think that other people are inherently bad, because it says a lot about how they view themselves as well as other people. Don't trust those people, you know what I mean?
How we'll maintain a stable, peaceful society. You would help me with that, wouldn't you?
Nah, but I'm going to say yes.
You're aware that abnegation is undermining the faction system, harboring divergence?
No, not at all.
But if that's true, then I'm glad that I left.
See, I need to know that I can count on you to enforce the law.
We can't count on you, though.
And I'll have my car take you back to Dauntless.
Man, she plays that untrustworthy fucking snake-type character really well, doesn't she? I love the diversity, actually, when I'm thinking about it, from Kate Winslet. I haven't seen her in a lot of things, but the few things I've seen her in, quite different. Okay. Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Get her over!
Oh, no. Oh, bro. Are you serious? Hey! Man. And I heard them saying get her over. I was like, no, don't tell me that at least one of those people is her fucking friends. That's so trash. But at least one of those dudes is the friend. What are these all, like, below the line dudes?
You right?
Holy shit. That's messed up, man.
Sorry.
You gotta clean off those wounds, right? Make sure they don't get infected.
You're moving up through the ranks and he's failing. It makes him hate himself and it makes him hate you. He's just afraid.
Yeah, that sucks.
Fear does something strange to people like Al. Fear doesn't shut you down and wakes you up.
I'm glad that he's perceptive.
Get some sleep. I'll take the floor.
Cool. Good guy. I respect how this story shows how different people respond differently to fear and failure.
Where'd you go yesterday?
To see my brother.
Uh-huh. Is that all right?
He thinks Erudite is planning to overthrow abnegation. Do you think they could do that?
Potentially.
Depends how far they're willing to go.
Worried about my parents.
And that is a great question. What about your parents? I gotta say, with Erudite trying to claim leadership, the problem isn't the fact that they want to lead. The problem is, what are they going to do to get there?
So what happened to you last night?
Tris, can I talk to you for a second? I don't know what's wrong with you. Please, can you ever forgive me?
Probably not, man.
If you ever come close to me again, I will kill you. You need to stay away from me. You are a coward.
Well, unfortunately, that's true. I wish he had more support. I wish that someone could teach him how to not let his fears get the best of him to the point where he's going to throw other people under the bus or potentially kill someone else just because he's not, you know, getting there. Yeah, he went and killed himself, didn't he? My God. But I guess this is why I was just saying that bro needed support. He was deathly terrified and there was no one there to teach him a better way. And that just sucks.
I'm sorry about Al. He made his own choice. He would have been factionless. He was not going to pass that final test.
Would have been good if someone could teach him how, again. It's important.
Neither am I. And as soon as all the others find out, they're gonna kill me.
I'm not going to let that happen.
Why? I mean, cool. I appreciate that, bro, but like, why?
We're going to practice.
In my fair landscape?
In mine. We're going together.
Okay. Of course. Because one of his biggest fears is heights.
It's not real. We could just jump.
No. If you want to avoid discovery, you have to do everything the way a Dauntless would do it.
Find some tool, some method to survive.
Overcome the fear. Not just, I guess, sidestep it.
Fear of confinement. You have to find a way of stopping it. Good.
Oh, that's a thought process. Fucking wedge it shut.
As a Dauntless soldier, you have to follow orders you don't always agree with. She's an innocent.
Just some random innocent?
I have to kill her, but I can never do it. Unless I look away.
Why are we in abnegation?
Yeah.
Your last fear is your worst fear.
Wait. Was he originally abnegation as well? He's Marcus's son? Oh, wow. I definitely do not remember that. Okay, so Marcus definitely did used to beat him, huh?
Just trying to help you.
Oh, yeah, help. That's what abuse is. Helpful.
No!
Whew. Well, I am thankful that our Tobias, or Four, here, was able to escape his abusive father.
4 fears?
4 then, 4 now. I keep going in there, but I don't think you ever lose them.
What's your tattoo?
Yeah. Or more importantly, what does it mean? Was it smart to get a tattoo with all, like, several different factions on it? Wouldn't that be like a dead giveaway that you're Divergent?
I don't want to be just one thing. That can't be.
I agree with all of that. Sure. You know, the interesting thing about the romance between these two is they did build it up a little bit, but I honestly think they could have done a slightly better job of building it up, you know what I mean? It's not out of nowhere. Definitely not. But, you know, still could have been just a touch more developed.
Look.
What's happening down there?
Erudite.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're here every morning, loading in supplies, computers, and these.
What? They're getting prepared for their coup?
I think it's some kind of cognitive transmitter. It's supposed to make you more susceptible to suggestion, but they could create an army.
And fucking brainwashing all of Dauntless? That's not a good thing. That's not a thing that we can trust and respect.
They can see your hallucinations on the screen.
Too good, then they'll kill me, and if I'm too slow, then I'll die.
You gotta, well, I guess that's kind of a good thing. It means no need to rush, but also, you know, don't be too slow. But we already know that slow isn't our problem, so. So what fears are we getting this time? Same as before. Okay, fair enough. So how would how would Dauntless handle this situation? Get fire to fend off the birds. Nice. That's definitely one way to handle it. Yeah, with each of these fears, I'm like, how would you handle that in like a practical way? Wait, plug up the pipe? Yeah, okay. Sure, that's definitely a thought.
Congratulations.
Okay. Is this gonna fly? Obviously everyone can see it. Oh.
Stop.
Aren't you dauntless?
Cool. I love that everyone's clapping. I also love that throughout this movie that a lot of the people around her do actually give her the respect that she deserves. Not everyone, but she's consistently earned her respect. So it is good to see a certain amount of people give her the respect that she's consistently earned throughout this series. You know what I mean? And not everyone, but hey, you're never going to get everyone on your side. That's just not how it works. So most people make sense. That's good.
Now, one final test.
Okay. What's this one? Oh, is she still in the machine?
You know what to do if you want to be dauntless. No.
So she's not actually out of the test yet. Gotcha. It's especially more obvious with, what's his name? Yeah, I was going to say Caleb being dressed in abomination clothes and still with his parents.
It all look good to me, okay?
Congratulations.
I guess the disappointing thing here is she wasn't actually getting the applause that I thought she was getting.
Before you leave tonight, I want you all in 4 lines. Everyone gets a tracking device.
Yeah, can't say I'd ever trust anyone saying, I'm going to give you a tracking device. It's just a precaution, don't ask questions. That's some bullshit.
Do you see 4?
Now you're really one of us.
Oof. Okay. Uh-huh. And what? Everyone's brainwashed now? Yeah, that's not just open to suggestion. That's straight up like mindless soldier.
They can see and hear us. They just don't process it the same way. Commands come in through the transmitter.
And wouldn't you, as one of the leaders of this, be like, wow, this is fucking wrong. I don't like this at all.
What are we doing?
Divergent.
Oh, man. So there's another Divergent here and just no one helped him? That's fucked up.
Everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay, but I guess we needed to see that so we can be crystal clear about what would happen to Triss. And yeah, of course, 4 is not brainwashed either. That's good. God, imagine being fully aware as your whole, like, squad is walking up on these mostly innocent fucking families. I say mostly because obviously I don't know everything, but you'd assume that the majority of these families in abnegation are completely innocent people and they're just being fucking rounded up.
I need to find my parents.
Yeah. And some of them are just being straight up executed.
Legendary 4. You were first in your class, now you're nothing.
You're one to talk, bro.
Think he might be.
There's one way to find out.
Seriously?
Say goodbye, asshole.
Goodbye.
Move when you're dying.
I was wondering if maybe Mekhi Phifer's character was actually going to be secretly one of the good guys too, but no.
Drop your weapons.
Tobias Eaton.
Uh-huh.
Why are you attacking all these innocent people?
Innocent people. Abnegation, if left unchecked, will destroy the faction system.
Oh, God, everything she says is concerning. But nonetheless, as if being Divergent wouldn't inherently carry a certain amount of intelligence with you. You can't be a person who can approach things from multiple different angles without being at least a certain level of intelligent. Don't get me wrong, they might not be the smartest fucking people around, and truthfully, I don't think it really matters that much if you're the smartest person. The question is what you do with the intelligence you have. You know what I mean? But her sentence is just weird. I mean, she's like, oh, you're not actually intelligent. You're just Divergent. You're like, what? They don't cancel each other out. The fuck are you talking about?
Somebody has to stop you. If we don't, peace will be lost.
Sure. Whatever excuses you want to make, bitch.
And what if you're wrong?
You can get rid of her.
All right. So interesting that she had absolutely no answer for what if you're wrong. You know what I mean? That's another one of those extremely telling things. Ooh. Yeah. Obviously in what? Mom?
Beatrice.
What's up, Mom?
Mom? Beatrice.
Yes. Also, maybe take some more weapons.
You were dauntless.
Served me well today.
Yeah, she sure was. Oh, that's rough. Yeah. It's too bad that they have to fucking shoot their friends. But also, yeah, I mean, not just the fact, like, because they're brainwashed, it's not like they're choosing to be this, you know what I mean? Some of them would choose it, sure, but plenty of them wouldn't.
I killed him.
Come here.
Sometimes the things you have to do to survive, huh?
Let's go find your father. Cover me.
No. I'll go.
Oh, I hope she doesn't carry his death with her too strongly. Like, yeah, she has to care about it to a certain degree, as long as it doesn't bring her down, you know what I mean? And I mean, get her killed.
You okay? Yeah, good. Okay.
Hold on. Did Mom get shot? And most specifically, in what way did she get shot? Oh, she got shot somewhere vital, didn't she? Yeah. Fuck.
Mom! No! Mom!
Oh, that's messed up. Apparently somewhere vital enough that she's fucking fading away right here and now, huh? That's so fucked up. And of course, now there's no stopping. You just gotta go. Oh, man. I do not know how well I would handle that. I like to think well enough to survive, but who knows, right?
Where's my father?
Beatrice?
Hey, man. Got some bad news for you.
Your mother?
Oh, and Caleb's here.
She saved me.
But it wasn't in vain.
Other soldiers outside.
Huh. How are we gonna handle Marcus right now, huh?
No, it's clear.
I should have believed you. I left as soon as I realized.
I am so glad to see Caleb here.
Why are Dauntless fighting for Erudite?
They don't know what they're doing. I need to wake them up. I can get us in there.
Well, I'm glad she's got a plan.
Don't think. Just jump.
I'm glad that she hasn't really acted out about Marcus just yet. There's a time and a place, you know what I mean? And of course, this bro, it's not even mind controlled.
Where are they controlling it from?
How would I tell you that? It's not like you're gonna shoot me.
Why do people keep saying that?
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no second to waste.
Dad, no.
No, oh my god. That's, okay. That's a thought process, but not a great plan. Okay. Did Dad get shot? Is he fine? What's going on? Yeah, of course. What the fuck, man? Have to lose both her parents in like such a short time frame.
Watch Caleb. I'm going in there.
Oh shit. Okay, at least we know where 4 is, and that he seems to still be alive. That's valuable.
You're in a sim.
He can't hear you. Everything we think of that makes up a person, all wiped away by chemistry.
I suppose, yeah, it is amazing.
And we're all safer for it.
Safer?
Wow. Fuck this bitch.
Conformity to the faction removes the threat of anyone exercising independent will.
That's such a messed up sentence.
There's a certain beauty in your resistance, your defiance of categorization. It's a beauty we can't afford.
Man. Just someone to shoot this fucking woman. Jesus Christ. I know that she's not the only one making decisions here or doing things. Obviously plenty of other Erudite members also need to be dealt with. I wish that talking to them is a way that you could handle it, but I really don't think that that's the case.
Or stop.
It's okay.
Ah, that is one way to do it.
It's okay. I love you. It's okay.
Wow.
Look at me.
Because he has to look away. Oh, that's an interesting one, because she knows that he has to look away. He can shoot and kill the innocent if he looks away, but if you force him to look you in the eye, he can't do it. That I like.
Go.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Shoot some of these motherfuckers, huh? Seriously, someone... that's something, yeah. If we could shoot her, that would also be useful.
Shut it down. No.
Yeah, I suppose, okay, that's a fair point. If you shoot Janine right now, how do you stop all the Dauntless soldiers from carrying out this execution?
I'm not gonna ask you again. Do it.
I admire you willing to die for what you believe, but so am I.
Cool. Well, you can die later, after we fix this situation.
Can't do it, can you?
And, okay, how do we stop this execution? Wait, are we gonna brainwash Janine? Is that a thing? Can we do that?
Maybe you're not quite as dauntless as you thought you were.
I'm not. I'm Divergent.
Sure.
Now shut it down and wipe the program.
Okay, is that enough? Oh, yeah, okay. 4's got it. Good. I appreciate that they came up with the actual solutions for this. Whew, thank God. I'm going to assume that the majority of these Dauntless members do not want to be here executing people. Did she wake up from the mind control shit already? Oh, yeah, because she just shut it off. Of course.
There's a certain beauty to your resistance.
Oh, that's fun. Seriously? You thought attacking her was the plan?
We gotta go. Now.
Now I'm thinking about it. Hang on. I was saying earlier, obviously, that like some of the Dauntless members would be totally in line with this, like rounding up Abig Nation and executing them or whatever. But I guess the reality is that the Dauntless members who are into this plan, or like they're willing to go along with it, or they just don't care, or whatever else, they're the ones who aren't being mind controlled. The ones like Eric and whatever Mekhi Phifer's character is, and fucking Miles Teller. Can I remember goddamn character names? Whatever. The Dauntless members who are down with this plan are the ones who wouldn't be mind controlled. So that actually makes sense. So they're the ones who had their mind control being shut off. They're all of the ones who needed to be controlled to make this happen. So as soon as you shut down the programming, obviously all of them are just like, the fuck are we doing? I don't want to shoot these people. You know what I mean? Okay, just had to clear that up in my own head. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. I guess we bring Marcus. Still gotta have a big, long talk about his behavior, though.
I got it!
I know you do.
Okay, so where does the train go? Where are they getting off, you know?
My mom and dad died today.
Yeah, both of them. Fucking brutal.
I know. But they loved you, Tris. For them, there was no better way to show you.
I appreciate that Tris and Caleb genuinely did seem to have really good parents. They both showed a lot of class and character, so...
Now we have nothing. We have no home, no faction. I don't even know who I am anymore.
I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, because you're similar kinds of people, obviously.
Come here.
And he's been paying attention, and because he cares, and all these other things. There are multiple reasons, but... good to see that they do have a real connection. Like, it's not just because they're in similar positions, you know what I mean?
We've left everything behind, but we found ourselves and each other. Tomorrow we may have to fight again.
I'm sure you will have to fight again tomorrow.
For now, we'll ride the train to the end of the line.
Does the train just go to the fence and then stop and then reverse or something like that? There's no way it goes through the fence. Or like there's not like there's a tunnel, you know, outside or whatever.
And then we'll jump.
That was the first Divergent movie. I really like this story. I think it's intelligent and deep and complex. There's a lot of things to discuss, which is great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one with me. Hope you're doing well. I'll see you next time. Hey, bud. How's it going? So we're up to the second Divergent movie. It's Insurgent. Once again, there's only so much I remember from these movies, having seen them once back in the day. I do enjoy this stuff, though. YA, post-apocalypse, dystopian type movies have always been something that I thought was pretty cool. I mentioned in the last one that I really loved watching the 100 TV show. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I watched that show several times, so if you haven't seen it, I do recommend checking out the 100. But if you're new here, my name is Sam, and I'm your movie bud.
Peace. We are all of us living proof that peace is attainable.
Man, hard to trust her in this creepy format, you know?
Created a society in which each faction critical role in maintaining the social order.
And if you don't fit into a faction, well, screw you.
Harmony we've achieved is now under attack from an extremely dangerous group of individuals. Divergence.
Why couldn't they just have like a regular video of her on the side of that car instead of that creepy Matrix style thing, you know?
5 days ago, a rogue group of Divergents quickly invaded Abnegation.
Okay, so we're picking up, I'm assuming it looks like it's very soon after the last movie, maybe like a day or two.
Rumors that I was somehow behind the attack with nothing more than Divergent propaganda.
Wow. The ultimate propaganda. Just say that everyone's lying about the thing that you actually did, huh?
Tell Janine we got it.
How much of this plan to destroy Abnegation was just about digging up whatever the fuck that thing was, you know?
Peace is not merely an ideal, it is an obligation. It's one enemy, Divergence.
Yeah, totally. Divergents are the ones who took down Abnegation. They're the reason for all this strife.
We need to make sure it's clear. Tris.
Kind of a bummer that they weren't able to pick up our other friend. I can't remember the character's name, but the one she joined Dauntless with. Because we know that there were like 4 of them. 4. that joined Dauntless. And obviously one unalived himself. The other, Tris had to take down in the attack on Abnegation, which was super disappointing. And then she's got that one friend left, which is kind of rough that she's kind of just left behind and caught up in this Dauntless mind wash situation, which, yeah, again, I hope that they can get her sooner rather than later.
Please help us.
You have to leave. You just don't belong here.
Seriously? Well, you're going to play it like this too? Oh, shit.
You killed Will.
Hang on. Are they actually here, or is she just imagining this? I'm confused. She's dreaming, right? Okay, either it's a dream or we're in the simulated reality again. Dream. Cool. Good to know. I kind of like this chill place that they got to sleep at. I'm guessing this is a part of Amity's home situation, living situation. It looks like it. Okay. Is she gonna cut her hair? Yep. Okay. It kind of would make it easier in this whole war situation, I think. Have short hair. As much as you guys know I'm a long hair kind of guy, it can get in the way sometimes. Aw. Love the swing for the kids.
I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
What's going on, Tris?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just...
Dude, you are not fine.
Still having nightmares?
No.
Might be good to talk about it.
We're good. You and me. Time chores.
I'm glad they're able to support each other in this situation.
Son, can't ignore me forever.
Oh, right. Of course, Marcus. Yeah, because they did all do this together, right?
I know you're thinking about your next move, but there are things you don't know. Your mother didn't come back to Abnegation just to save you. Died trying to hide something from Janine.
Whatever you want from us, you're not going to get it.
I don't know. Giving up that invaluable information is worth something. Even if Marcus is, you know, a bit of a piece of shit, apparently.
You found it.
was in the home of Natalie and Andrew Pryor.
And what is it?
A message from the founders that will ensure the future our people deserve.
Divergence will destroy our society unless we destroy them.
And what makes you so sure about this?
Only a Divergent can open this box. Find them. Every last one of them.
If Divergents are the enemy, how come they're the only ones who can open the box? Why would the founders make the box only able to be opened by a Divergent if Divergents were ultimately the enemy, you know? The ones who are going to ruin their society or whatever. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. And realistically, I'm sure that that's written in the story on purpose and that Janine is just being foolish, just kind of ignoring that logical problem.
Tris, I really like your hair, by the way. All short and weird.
Why don't you take your food and sit down, huh?
I think we should all stick together now that we're all officially fugitives.
We should all stick together. Peter, you're not part of this group. You're just a tag along.
We need to keep an ear to the ground, find out where the rest of the Dauntless are, then we can make a move.
We need to kill Janine.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I know. We're not ready yet.
Also true. Very much.
Can't just go around killing people. No, she's right. Tris, I think you should go kill Janine yourself.
Shut up, bro.
I'll stay with Caleb so that you don't get him killed too.
What?
Like you did your parents.
Man, this guy's just asking to be slapped. Oh, fun. Are we imagining this, or is she actually just doing it?
My office. Now.
She was just settling a dispute.
You can no longer stay here with us. Your presence is just too disruptive.
Okay.
Sanctuary was never going to last very long here anyways, with you not standing up to Janine.
That sounds about right.
You don't understand us at all.
One day she's going to show up, take whatever power you think you have away from you.
Tris.
I mean, that's obviously true.
I need to find out where the rest of the Dauntless are, then we can leave.
I will not be a party to violence.
We just need a few more days.
Man.
One more chance. See, to be amity is to forgive others and yourself.
And not everything is forgivable, though.
I know what it's like to stand helpless while you lose the ones you love. Killing Janine is not going to bring your mother back.
We don't need to bring her mother back.
But you're letting it consume you.
Yeah, I wonder how much Octavia Spencer's character knows that their pacifism thing, it can only take you so far. Like, I love the idea of pacifism in theory, but in practice, that's another story. What do you do when people come to kill you? When someone comes to your home and tries to take all your shit? You know what I mean? You can't talk everyone down. That's just not how it works.
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Divergence. I'm gonna need you to volunteer your faction to be tested. New screening technology from Erudite.
Oh, testing for Divergence, huh?
All right. But under protest.
Yeah, and this is where that pacifism idea starts to be a struggle. Although I do see the scars on Joanna's face, so I wonder about her past.
You know something, lady? You seem awfully stuck in that doorway.
Yeah, it's a pretty large doorway. It's not like she was in your way or something, man.
We need to move now. Come on.
There's no way they could hide in the ceiling somehow? I mean, I guess it doesn't look like there's any closed off spaces up there, but still.
We need to split up.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Every man for themselves.
Good.
Wait, every man for themselves? What about Caleb?
They're up here! Hey! Go, go, go! Eric, they're up here! Come on, they're getting away!
Oh my god. Of course, Peter would fuck it up. Selfish motherfucker doesn't know he's gonna get himself in the shit too. What a moron.
Over there! I demand amnesty! Detain him!
And what happens when these dauntless people find divergence among the Amity? Are Amity gonna be okay with the divergence among them just being, like, slaughtered or taken away? Like, what's the deal? You know what I mean?
Listen! What? Go, 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 go!
Oh, shit. Is it smart for them to be running out of the trees? Oh, I see. They're going for the train. That's a tough one. Oh, just clearing past the train. Are they not going to try to get on the train? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, dude. That's so sketchy. Oh, and now they are going to try to get on the train. Good, that makes sense.
Oh, you folks sure know how to make an entrance.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm guessing factionless.
Factionless.
We just need to get to the city, that's all.
Train's taken. And you damaged our cargo.
What, there's not enough room for 3 more people?
Take a seat. Everybody just calm down.
Yeah. I was wondering how they were going to handle this, because that is dodge. Oh, not bad, Caleb. Oh no. Ah, rough. Oh man. Is Caleb gonna be able to handle this? You know, emotionally? Hey buddy, you wanna do something? Oh, okay. Well, I guess a good thing Tobias turned up in time. I guess we should roll with 4, though. He wants to be called 4, so...
Tobias Eaton.
Well, you know him?
No.
I am him.
There you go. Does your name carry some cachet here?
We have been looking for you. Follow me.
Okay. Would have been useful if 4 had just name-dropped earlier, huh? Damn. There are a lot of people here.
This is factionless. This is insane.
The amount of people who ended up factionless may as well just be a faction unto themselves.
Tobias.
Hello.
Mother.
Ah, I see.
I thought she was dead.
Well, obviously she's not dead.
Someone please tell me what's going on here.
Tobias's father was very abusive.
Yeah, we know.
I knew the only way I could ever truly escape him would be to disappear completely.
And you left your son behind?
Abnegation helped me fake my death.
But you just left him there alone with Marcus.
Yeah, what the hell?
I was very young.
Does that make it okay?
I reached out to him about a year ago. I'm still your mother.
My mother's dead.
It's about putting an end to a system that says one group is more deserving, but it doesn't have to be a prison.
I think that's a bit extreme. Faction system isn't perfect, but it's hardly a prison.
I don't think it's a bit extreme. Caleb's clearly kind of just glossing over the fact that there are this many factionless and they're obviously living in a very poor situation. And they're only living this way because the faction system clearly doesn't function for all of society. Even if it was only like 10% of the people here, like there was way less people who are factionless, it still clearly wouldn't function. I mean, even without the factionless, it doesn't function even just with the idea of divergence. Any society that casts away any group of people because they just don't fit in is a society that doesn't work. So as much as I'm not exactly happy with 4's mom for abandoning him as a child, leaving him with an abusive father, that definitely wasn't good. But the idea that she wants to build an army to fight the system makes perfect sense, you know? Kind of hard to disagree with that part.
You willing to kill Janine?
Absolutely. My people are ready for war if that's what it takes.
Seems like it is going to be what it takes.
We depose those in power.
Once you've killed Janine,
yeah,
who's in power then?
That is most definitely the question. If you're going to replace the power structure, what are you replacing it with?
Don't you tell me this isn't about you. This is only about you.
If we were to combine forces, we'd be unstoppable.
That's not going to happen.
I don't know about unstoppable, but certainly formidable.
Tobias, please reconsider.
Don't you call me that. My name's 4.
Well, I can certainly understand his anger, even if I can't necessarily relate, you know?
I should have told you about it. No more secrets.
I don't know. I don't really feel like you had a lot of great opportunities to have this conversation. My God. The destruction people are willing to inflict on each other. It's just hard to comprehend sometimes, you know?
I'm not coming with you guys.
What?
I'm not coming with you guys.
Sure. Why, buddy?
You guys are gonna find the rest of Dallas, then what? You attack Erudite, assassinate Janine, start a civil war?
Yeah, basically. Oh, man. I hope Caleb's going to be okay. I don't know if he's any safer without them than he is with them.
You okay?
Just need to get to Candor.
I know you think Caleb was your responsibility, but he made his own choice.
Yeah. It's hard not to care, though.
Him leaving isn't your fault. None of this is your fault. Joanna was right. You have to forgive yourself.
Forgiving herself doesn't mean she's gonna know for sure that Caleb's gonna be okay.
You found him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Christina!
And there's Christina. Nice, okay.
Have you heard anything about Will?
No.
Nothing?
Oh my god. That's so tough.
Something must have happened to him. He would have found me by now, you know?
Man, I wish Tris could tell Christina right now, but I understand that it's going to be a difficult conversation to have.
Hold it!
They're with us.
We know who you are.
Wonder what the thought process is for these Candor guards. Are they going to give them up to Janine?
We're not a threat to Candor.
All I know for certain is you're both wanted.
Come on, Daniel.
Unfortunately, given the circumstances, I'm obliged to hand you over to the council.
You might as well just kill us now.
She would never supersede the council.
Bullshit.
Who's gonna stop her? You?
Factional law must be upheld.
It hasn't been so far, but I guess he doesn't know that.
Janine believes that Erudite are most fit to govern because they are the smartest. Do you believe that Candor is most fit to judge because you're so honest? Then would you say that a trial held here at Candor would be inherently more fair than...
Ah, good questioning.
Part of Candor's initiation, you administer a truth serum.
We don't typically discuss such matters out of faction.
Pretty evasive answer.
Evasion is not dishonesty.
Yeah, it's a way to circumvent the truth.
But you should know that the serum can be quite brutal. Not everyone finds it so easy to share their secrets.
Yeah, well, don't think it'll be a problem this time.
Neither of us have secrets worth dying for.
May the truth set you free.
Yeah, never has that been more true.
Accused of conspiring with your fellow Dauntless in the attack on Abnegation. Is this true?
Hell no.
No. I was in a simulation controlled by Janine. Tris found me. She managed to break me free from the simulation.
And what are you going to do with that information?
So you're saying that Janine orchestrated this attack?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
If you suspected that Janine had corrupted Dauntless, why didn't you just leave?
Whew, that's a difficult thing to do, man.
I fell in love with Tris prior, and I couldn't leave her.
Good answer.
Tobias Eaton, this trial is concluded, and you are absolved of guilt in the attack on Abnegation.
Nice. I appreciate that that was so simple.
Mr. Eaton said you managed to free him from the sim, so you were never under the simulation yourself.
No.
How was that possible?
Because I'm Divergent.
So you never harmed any of your fellow Dauntless, or the Abnegation?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
My mom. I watched her die first. And then my dad. They were killed trying to save me.
I'm glad that she at least specified that they were trying to save her. She didn't necessarily kill them.
Prior, the more you resist, the more painful the serum will be.
I killed my friend. He was trying to shoot me.
Didn't know how else to handle it, but to shoot him right back.
I shot him first.
What was his name?
I can't.
You have to.
Will. I killed Will.
I wish she'd done a slightly better job of explaining the circumstances around all of this.
Because that's what happens to people when they get close to me. They get hurt when they die.
Oh, it's rough that that's the truth that she honestly believes. I can't say I agree with what she believes, but I can see why she would think that.
I'm sorry.
I told you that I didn't want to do that.
It had to be done. What you want isn't always the choice that you get.
Christina.
Yeah, I think Christina might have been more forgiving if you hadn't lied to her when you first met. I mean, met at Candor, you know what I mean? If she'd told her about Will immediately.
The Divergent's vitals are dropping. If we don't pull her out of the sim soon, we'll lose her.
She's gonna pass the sim.
No, she's clearly not.
I've been assuming that all Divergents are the same. Some are much stronger than others.
It's more complicated than that, Janine. Come on.
Mind if I join you? I love heights. From up here, it all just seems so much smaller, you know?
Good for you, buddy. And I mean that genuinely. I'm not being sarcastic. Good for him. I wish I could feel the same about heights. I mean, I do love the view, generally speaking, from a high up place, but thinking about the fall is always going to supersede everything else, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I think I see lights out beyond the wall. We can't be the only ones left.
Fair enough. I have to say I agree. My God. Oh, wow. I thought Keenan's character was going to last longer. That's sad. Man, are all the other factions seriously just going to do nothing when it's kind of clear that there's a full-on civil war already happening?
Door's clear.
Man, good work, Tris. Just going down with the crowd. Are they all just dead? No, okay. Knocked out or whatever by obviously not stim darts, but they're something.
Mommy? It's just the thing that made everybody go to sleep.
Okay.
You should go to the top of those stairs up there and don't come down until your mommy comes to get you. Be brave, okay?
Man, is that the best way to protect this child?
Hey.
Oh my God.
Why are we the only ones awake?
Oh, I'm so glad he didn't die.
It's for Divergent. I need your help. We have to open this.
Look who decided to show up.
Fuck. Goddamn Eric.
All right, folks. Nothing to be nervous about.
Ah, there's the child. God damn it.
Divergent, 10%.
Almost normal. That's boring.
Yep, so they are just going to be going around executing Divergents.
Divergent, 40%.
I'm afraid it's not you either.
You've got to be kidding me. Do not tell me he's going to execute this child.
The lady said I shouldn't have come downstairs.
I guess you should have listened.
Yeah, wow. I am glad she did something.
We still have to test her. Eric!
Divergent, 100%.
I'll be damned.
100%?
She's what we've been looking for.
Bullshit.
Divergent, 100%.
Oh, I guess you can't execute her, huh?
If you think you got lucky, you're wrong. You're gonna wish I killed you.
Same to you, buddy. Nice.
Right there!
Wow. I was wondering where all the other unbrainwashed Dauntless were. Probably the wrong way to say that, because it's like the Dauntless that we have on, the side of our protagonists, I suppose, they're the ones who got brainwashed and then were like freed from the brainwashing, right? And then the ones who were still carrying out this attack plan of Erudite were the ones who didn't need to be brainwashed in the first place because they just agree with Janine's plan. I just had to clarify that because it can get a little bit confusing. You know what I mean?
It's lucky you got that gun for. Now we both know you're never much without one.
You want to put that to the test, Eric? You just want the opportunity to take out some anger on Eric? I can understand that.
You think she's safe now?
What does she want with her?
Look, all I know is she's exactly what Janine needs. She's the perfect subject.
Okay, that's probably about all the information you need.
You're responsible for the death of hundreds of people.
I've found a way to live with the blood on my hands. And can you?
I'm sorry, what blood on Four's hands? Besides, in defending himself? Oh, that's good. I'm glad we handled the Eric problem.
Why won't they come out?
You all know what this means.
Yeah, it's civil war.
You got your war.
I know you wish there was another way.
But there isn't.
I'm the lesser of two evils, is that it?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call her evil. Just can't say I've agreed with all of her choices.
Let's talk about your friend Tris Pryor. How do I flush her out?
The girl's a walking, bleeding heart. You just have to know how to press it.
I guess the question is, how are they going to press it?
The traitor, Tris Pryor, be surrendered every day, more death will follow.
Oh my God. So those things in them are still capable of putting them in the simulated reality, basically just brainwashing them. Yeah, that's fucked up. They really got to deal with that.
Hand over, Tris Pryor.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling they'd only be able to get two.
Help me!
Well, I'm glad they were at least able to save two of them.
We removed this from the body of this.
Her name was Marlene.
It's hard to call it a suicide.
How do we get them out?
I don't know. Wraps around the nearest major artery. Try to remove them and...
Uh-huh. So there's basically no way to remove those fucking...
If we hand Triss over now, might buy us some time.
It might buy you a little time, man, but I don't think it's the right play.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, right.
Except you'll have to go through me first.
Me too.
Well, I appreciate not everyone wants to just throw Triss to the wolves.
I know what you're thinking, but I'm not gonna let you do it.
That's fair. What would you do in this situation if you were Triss? Because it's one of those extremely difficult things. I mean, how can you have all of those other lives hanging on your shoulders, especially when there's no way to do anything about it? I mean, is there a way that everyone with the little brainwash gadget in them can simply be restrained for the moment so that they're unable to hurt themselves or be forced to hurt themselves? Because I suppose that might be one way to buy them some time. Not necessarily fully circumvent the situation, but at least buy them some time, right? But for me, it's hard to imagine that there'd be any other answer than to just give myself up if I were Triss, you know what I mean?
I can't let anyone else die because of me.
Tori's gonna find a way to disable the discs.
And if she doesn't...
Yeah. 4, can you guarantee that Tori will figure it out in time?
We figure it out together.
You know, I'm just one person.
Well, you're one important person, but still.
I'm not worth it.
You're more worth it to me. I love you.
I appreciate that you feel that way, 4, but you have to recognize that you can't sacrifice more lives for one person. If there is another way, good, great, let's work with that. If there isn't another way, if Tori can't find an answer in the next fucking 12 hours or whatever, then maybe you're gonna have to move forward. Obviously with Triss not necessarily giving herself up, but maybe you can have a trap plan where Triss seemingly gives herself up, but not actually. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, obviously, have your fun while you still have the chance, right? You gonna leave while he's asleep?
So let me be clear. Any faction cannot be tolerated.
I wonder if Triss has any actual plan here, or she's just giving herself up.
Where are you going?
Triss left. She's gone.
Can't just abandon them.
That's a fair point.
Wow. I have to admit, I'm impressed.
Seriously, man?
I didn't think that you were dumb enough to actually come down here and turn yourself in.
No one cares what you think, Peter.
This killings have to stop.
You can take the girl out of abnegation and take the abnegation out of the girl.
Sure, buddy. I really hope Peter gets some swift justice at some point.
Need you to open up that box, Triss.
Chances of it being you, of all people, nearly defies the laws of probability.
Shut up, Janine. God damn it.
It's remarkable the amount of people you've managed to murder.
Dark times call for extreme measures.
The times only became dark because you made them dark, Janine. Jesus Christ.
You may find it hard to believe, but I am serving the greater good. Step up on the disc, please.
I do appreciate from the writing perspective that we do show that Janine really does think that she's doing this for the greater good, that any justification is necessary, when of course, that's bullshit.
Stop the suicides or I swear I will shoot him.
You can kill him if you want. We have plenty of guards.
Obviously, Janine doesn't care about Peter. I'm actually kind of surprised that Triss thought in any way that threatening Peter would mean anything to Janine. All the things that she's done so far, as if she gives a crap about what happens to Peter. She'll literally look him in the eyes while you shoot him in the head and she won't care. It's kind of what I was saying before about there are certain things that in trying to achieve the greater good, to find peace for as many people as possible, that you just can't do. You know what I mean? By the time you've crossed the lines that Janine has crossed, by the time you're willing to commit genocide, you've already gone too far. You clearly don't know what the greater good is. You don't know what peace for most people even looks like. You know, it's like the idea of winning at all costs, just on a much larger scale. By the time you're willing to lie, cheat, and steal, you're not winning anymore. So what's the point?
What?
Wait, Peter, Did you really think you were important? Well, I appreciate Tris tried to shoot Janine through the glass, even though that was obviously never going to work.
Guess you needed me alive for this to work.
Probably, yeah. It's interesting that we kind of have a bit of a chosen one story here. And it wasn't really clear from the start of the story, but Tris is obviously the chosen one, you know what I mean?
Hey, Tris.
Caleb, what are you doing here?
Don't engage the subject.
Man, I really hope Caleb is just trying to take a different angle, you know?
The series will continue until you pass all 5 sins. Good luck.
Yeah. I find it kind of weird that they have to have all of these cables come out of the ceiling in order to achieve the sim. You'd think that you'd have to connect directly with the box, but I suppose they connected the box to the system and then did this to make it work.
Let's begin.
Dauntless Sim.
Must be nice to see her mom, even knowing that her mom is dead.
Just help me!
I suppose it's not so nice to see her now, knowing that the sim version of her is in danger like this. Oh my god. And what a ridiculously difficult situation to have to try to handle. Shit. Like, even knowing that it's a simulation, because I guess, like, the damage is real, so it almost doesn't matter that it's a simulation, right? If she gets messed up in the sim, she just gets messed up. Of course. That is so sketchy. Okay. So what? Sim 1 complete?
Dauntless. Sim complete.
Yeah, there you go. What do we got next?
I miss you so much.
I know you do, but I'm still with you.
Yeah. In spirit, in memory.
You're brave.
I'm not brave, Mom. I pretend that I am.
So much of bravery is just pretending. You act like you can handle it until the task is done, and then hopefully you make it through.
I'm really, really scared. Maybe we are actually what's wrong in this world. Divergence.
No way, man.
You and Dad and Caleb and then 4. Oh, I can't help but think that if I was normal, we would all still be together.
That's tough. It's fully understandable, I think, for her to have that deep-seated fear that, you know, if she was just like everybody else, none of this would have happened. But it's bullshit. It was going to happen regardless. This stuff didn't get set in motion because Tris is the chosen one, you know, the 100% divergent or whatever. If it wasn't her, it just would have been someone else. The situation was going to happen no matter what she did or didn't do. The only question is, how does she handle it? And I hope that she can figure that out sooner rather than later, because sitting here blaming herself for all of this as if it's all her fault, that is not going to help. It only makes it more difficult, you know? It's only going to take more emotional energy, and realistically, emotional energy, mental energy, physical energy, it's all energy. And if she could save herself this emotional energy, then she'd have more overall energy for the other tasks, the other things that she has to accomplish.
Mama, I don't want to be divergent anymore. I just want to feel safe again.
Oh, that's understandable.
Candor. Sim complete.
Oh. Wow. That one was a whole lot simpler. Interesting. Is this another sim, or is it the reality?
You're here.
Secure the hallway. Let's get you out of here.
I feel like this is going to be just another one of the sims. But which one?
Stop. Let me go.
Wait, you're not going to shoot me?
Once a stiff, always a stiff.
Okay, so the options would be amity, erudite, and abnegation. think this is probably the erudite sim.
How did you get past security?
You know me, scary boyfriend skills.
What is it?
Wait, that's what gave it away?
You weren't there. You didn't even hear that.
I'm surprised that she didn't figure it out when she saw Peter's face. She busted up Peter's face. What, he healed in like 20 minutes?
Sorry I didn't tell you that I was gonna go. At least I get to say it now.
Don't you think I'd know if I was in a sim?
You would, buddy, but you're not you.
You're not in the sim. You are the sim.
Wow, that's uncomfortable to look at.
She hasn't passed abnegation yet.
Yes, she has, when she spared your life.
Huh. Interesting.
This girl is extraordinary. No one's gotten that far.
You're starting to realize how special that is?
She's crashing. We have to rest her.
Sure you're not letting familial attachment cloud your judgment?
See for yourself.
And I still really hope Caleb is doing his best to protect his sister in this situation. That he hasn't just defected to the regime.
Detach the subject. We'll resume tomorrow.
And there you go.
You were never planning on going back to abnegation, were you?
To do what I felt was right.
What do you feel is right, Caleb?
Your parents would be ashamed of you.
I mean, I am willing to sacrifice you, the only person I love, in order to preserve what's best for everyone else.
Is that what you're doing?
What does Janine think is in that box, Caleb?
The box was to be opened only if the faction system broke down. You are living proof the Divergent problem has grown beyond all control.
The Divergent problem?
Janine murdered an entire faction.
Could no longer be trusted.
She killed our parents.
Brought that on themselves.
Caleb, what the fuck?
The box, it was in their house. All of those lives could have been spared.
Bullshit.
Seems we didn't love our parents as well as we thought we did.
No way, you can't be justifying this, man. I gave you fucking room. There's still a small part of me that hopes that Caleb is somehow trying to do the right thing, and he's just like saying things this way so that it looks good because he knows he's being listened to, he knows he's being watched, which is the most likely scenario. But obviously it's getting closer and closer to that reality, that idea that Caleb really is just trying to justify being in this position because it's safer. You know what I mean? It's safer to be part of the regime. I really hope that that's not the truth. But damn, it doesn't look good right now.
I got a little surprise for you, Tris.
Oh, wow. So 4 really didn't make it far, huh? Did they just shank her?
Your cherished mother is the reason you're in this mess to begin with.
You're the reason I'm in this mess.
Yeah, I think that's a good point from Tris.
Natalie Pryor not only died, check the data that I now have in my...
Janine...
that she so selfishly withheld, but her own daughter is going to be the one to deliver it to you. I said stop!
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised if Janine is just trying to push Tris buttons right now, but it was so hard to listen to her just deflect blame and responsibility and accountability to basically everybody else. It's such a fascist perspective, you know what I mean? It's like, it's your fault I killed everyone. Fuck off, man. You always have a choice. Janine had a choice. She just deciding that, no, there was no other way. This could only have happened this way based on the actions of everybody else. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna be good. It's fine. I can get through this. This is a really good overall story. I think it's one of the reasons I like post-apocalyptic type stories, dystopian type stories, is that I think that there's a certain amount of necessity in knowing these things, or at least thinking about these situations. But it is still so hard to have to listen to and watch some of these characters do what they do, justify their actions, the kind of hoops that people will go through to get themselves off the hook. They're not the bad guy. They're just doing the necessary things to make it all happen, right? It's trash.
Your mother's death, just like your boyfriend's death, will mean absolutely nothing.
However you want to make all this work in your mind. Hang on. Are we already in the sim? Yeah, we must already be in the sim. I do not believe for a second that she just busted through all that glass like that. Yeah, there we go. interested to see what the actual challenge of this sim is. So I'm seeing all of this destruction in the sim happening, and I can't for the life of me figure out how this is supposed to help her be challenged Amity style, you know?
Bring her back! No!
Come on, man.
Subject 7 is no longer viable.
Well, we know that's not true.
We'll just have to resume our search. Find solace in your faction, Caleb. We're your family now.
Please. This faction is not in any way a family. Realistically, this kind of behavior from people is more like a cult. But I am very curious. What is going on with Triss? Again, she's not dead. Are we still in the sim? Like, what's going on?
Janine wanted me to show you this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and there she is.
Hey, Ford, maybe do that thing you do?
Wait, is that what that little...
That was pretty good, right? First, swiped a paralytic from the infirmary, and I shot her up when she was all freaking out about you.
There you go. I was literally about to ask. That's what the injection was for. Man, I should have fucking realized that that's what... Not when the injection happened. I'm just realizing now that, like, when she died and they pulled her out of the room, I should have realized that that's what that little injection was for. I just can't believe it was Peter. I'm guessing that the reason that we have Peter pulling this little rescue operation is because he realized that he chose a side that doesn't give a shit about him. And so once again, he's finding a way to rejoin our protagonist group, but just in the most self-serving way. It doesn't make him a good guy in any way, because realistically, he's just finding a different way to save his own butt. You know what I mean?
You're real.
Yeah, real.
What are you doing here?
I guess the big question is, what do we do now?
Guys, come on. Let's go. Seriously. We can do that later.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have only got so much time here.
The box. We have to get the box.
Are you kidding me? Now's not the time for a souvenir, Triss.
It's not what Janine thinks it is. I know it's not. My mother would have destroyed it.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with her reasoning.
Access denied. Access granted.
All right, let's go.
Well, I'm glad that no one gives enough of a shit about Peter to be watching him that closely.
Tori finally found a way to get him out safely.
How many others?
Every last one.
They got all of the little mind control bugs out. That's cool.
Triss, come on, we gotta move.
I can't.
Hang on. Before the movie goes on, it's kind of unfortunate to know that Tori managed to find a way to get those things out safely, because it's only been like a couple of days that Triss has been here in the Sims type situation. I guess one thing here is, though, I don't think anyone's died. I mean, Triss is still alive. 4 is still alive. It's hard to say I give that much of a fuck about Peter, so whatever. I mean, I guess ultimately Triss coming here was the right decision. I was just thinking that, like, she didn't even have to come here, but, like, no one died in her coming here. The others did have the time to figure out the mind control bug and get it safely out of the systems of these people. And now Triss has this opportunity to do whatever she's doing with the box. I was going to say get it, but she seems to be stalling. Oh, sorry, not stalling. She seems to be waiting here for some reason, which I guess we'll find out in a second, you know?
My mom died protecting whatever's inside of this. I have to open it for her, and I think I know how.
You have to trust me, please.
Well, I can understand that she definitely needs to open it, but does it have to be here?
Visualizing Amity Sim.
Okay, so I guess we really are just doing the final sim right here.
You're an even bigger fool than your mother.
But I'm not gonna fight you.
How very Amity of you. You're gonna fight her.
What? Her mom, Christina,
The one you really hate.
herself. Yeah, herself. Sure.
I'm you, Triss. I'm the real you.
Sure. Her deepest fears about herself, all manifested or whatever.
I'll make you fight me! You're not me!
I am. You killed Will and your parents.
Okay, This is a tough one, though, in the sense that, like, she didn't kill her parents. They made their own choices, and Will was an unfortunate situation, you know?
No one's gonna love you, Tris. And no one ever forgive you for what you've done. You're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, most people will forgive her. Even Christina, I think, is going to forgive her for Will, you know?
Yes, I will.
Right. So this is the point where she finally forgives herself. I'm curious about who's going to be the one doing the talking. Like, is it one of her ancestors?
We designed your city as an experiment. Only way to recover the humanity we have lost. There will be those among you who will transcend factions.
Uh-huh.
They are the true purpose of this experiment. They are vital to humanity's survival.
Because the Divergents are actually the saviors.
If you're watching this now, then at least one of you is proof experiment has succeeded. Mankind waits for you beyond the wall.
So what is Janine gonna do with this information?
You were wrong about us.
Oh, yeah. It's not really that hard to figure out.
We were never the problem.
We were the solution.
We're the solution.
Yeah, seems kind of obvious.
Bury the box. No one sees it. Kill them both.
Uh-huh. Because this was never about peace for all or saving humanity. This was about how Janine could gain power, obviously.
Oh, Janine. Get her out of here.
When that message gets out, it'll be the end.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're banking on. The end of the faction system. The end of this society. It's time to move forward, hopefully for something better.
I'm gonna put it on every monitor in the city.
We have separated you from the rest of us.
Okay. Of course, everyone gets the message now. So the question is going to be, now that like Janine isn't currently in power, how will Evelyn handle being in power if that's the case? Did she actually just want control? Or does she genuinely want the better thing for the society, you know?
You did it.
She did. Now that everyone's sort of gathering here all together, are we going to immediately move past this faction system? Or I'm guessing a certain amount of people would want to just continue with the system they already know, you know what I mean? Change is hard. It's frightening.
What now?
Only one way to find out.
Okay. So does the wall come down, or I'm guessing they just open the gates or whatever, you know?
It's been over 200 years. Who knows what's out there?
Yeah. Well, you gotta find out.
You'll never find out.
She's just gonna... Yeah. I wondered about that. So is Janine really not gonna be in the next one? That was a great first two movies so far. One thing I love about this series, The Hunger Games, the 100 TV show, and other post-apocalyptic dystopian type stories is how much it asks us to think. How many questions it raises. I'm really enjoying going through this. I hope you're enjoying watching it with me. I hope you're doing well. I'll see you next time. Hey bud, how's it going? So we're up to the third movie in the Divergent series. It's Allegiant. And I've really enjoyed the first two movies so far. I think this is a very interesting series. I love all the thought processes that go into a lot of these YA dystopian post-apocalyptic type movies in terms of like the deep thinking ideas, you know. I think it's really cool. And I hope you guys have been enjoying this series with me. Now, if you're new here though, my name is Sam, and I'm your movie bud.
I come from outside the wall, where we have all but destroyed each other.
Guessing this is a replay of the message from the end of the last movie.
The time has come for you to emerge from your isolation.
Whoa, whoa.
The gate is now closed!
We're almost there.
What are you guys doing? We just want to get a great view?
Sometimes when I look past the wall, I think that I can see something out there.
So they did just want to get a good view.
I'm just not seeing what you're seeing.
When it's right in front of your face, you will.
Yeah. Different perspectives.
So we're really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Oh, it depends. What are we doing?
People of Chicago.
Oh no.
The Founders were the ones who divided us. Until we know their intentions, the wall must stay closed. Janine is dead.
What?
I need to talk to her. I still think I can bring her around.
Okay. Man, it's so disappointing to see Tobias's mom seems to ultimately doing exactly the thing he was afraid of and just trying to take power for herself. Like, she's not trying to free anyone. It's like, realistically, why say the wall is closed? Why can't anyone leave to go explore? I'm sure only some people would actually want to leave and go explore the world outside the wall anyway. So that's some bullshit. So, brutal start. Brutal start.
I need you to get some things for me.
You sure you don't want the sun and moon as well?
Hey, that'd be nice. If you could get the sun and moon, absolutely.
Where are we going? Can I come?
Give it up, Peter.
There's no factions. We can be friends, right?
Ooh, shut up, Peter. It's so tough because it's like just because he made the right choice at the end of the last movie doesn't mean he's a good person now.
You should be up there with all the other leaders of the city.
I want to make the rules.
Great leaders don't seek power, called by necessity.
So true. Perfect point for Joanna? Is it Joanna? Regardless, not what I was going to pause about. I just wanted to quickly point out that Peter ultimately making the right decision at the end of the last movie to save Tris, it's sort of tainted by the idea that he didn't do it for her or for Thor. He did it for himself because he realized he was on the losing team, or that the team that he'd chosen with the regime and Janine, though they didn't give a shit about him. They were just going to kill him anyway. So he switched sides just to save his own ass. And that really doesn't carry that much weight, now does it?
I dedicated my life to seeking the truth, but under Janine, it passed me by. I humbly apologize.
I'm glad he can accept his mistakes. It can be tough to do that, especially in front of a large number of people.
While the faction of candor may no longer exist, I will not stop leading the pursuit of honesty as we rebuild our city.
Well, good speech. I hope that we can trust you.
Let the trials begin. Justice will be done.
And I hope it's justice that they're actually finding here.
May the truth set you free. Did you feel justified in murdering people in support of her regime?
I'm going to assume yes.
Absolutely. People are sheep, and when they resist, they're slaughtered.
Wow, dude.
We should slaughter you!
Kill him!
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say that he deserves anything other than the execution. But maybe prison is the right choice for almost any of these people. It's hard for me to say.
Let him live! Kill him! Let him live!
Let him live? Why? To be clear, for those people who do want him to live, I actually want to know what their reasons are. I don't think that's necessarily the wrong choice. I just want to know, why should we let him live? If the idea is rehabilitation, maybe. Don't know if he can be rehabilitated, but...
Janine is dead. Let's not keep her spirit alive.
What are you going to do?
This is an execution.
No, this is a trial.
Okay, and what is the outcome of this trial?
And I yield to the wishes of the people. We break from the past.
Okay, and in what way are we breaking from the past? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't want to die.
Neither did your sheep.
There was a time I would have said I leave you in love. That time has passed.
Interesting. So ultimately, we are going to get this separation of society anyway.
I'm sorry!
I hope Caleb is truly sorry. I still want to know his reasons for making his choices.
Good luck controlling them.
Beatrice, please! Don't let them kill me!
Caleb, you made some poor choices, man.
What the hell do you think you're doing? We need to show a united front, especially since Tris refuses to stand with us.
Oh my god, man. You have to have a united thought process if you want to have a united front. Ooh, this is tough. And again, I think this is why series like this, stories like this are so important, is because it raises important questions. Should people like Max, and obviously the other followers of Janine, should they be put to death? And again, not necessarily because of the question of do they or do they not deserve it, but how does that inform the new reality? How does that impact the new society that they're trying to build? Do you want to continue behaving the same way as the society already was before? And I mean, at least in the worst instances, they also thought that they could execute people for their own ends. And that ultimately was not the right choice. Is it the right choice now? I don't know. I think it's important for us to ask these questions. You know what I mean? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Again, it's a difficult discussion to have, but we've got to be having it.
Do you really think that you can stop people leaving the city?
My soldiers have orders. No one gets out.
And what right do you think you have to stop people from leaving?
Why did you go to war with Janine if you were just going to become her?
Yeah, great question.
Leaders need to make tough decisions to protect their people. You'll understand that when you take over from me.
There's a lot of assumptions there.
Maybe the way to help Chicago is going beyond the wall.
Yeah, what if there is nothing left?
I can live with that if you're with me, but I cannot live without trying.
Yeah, I think it's super important to go out there and try to find out, but at the same time, I think it's a big deal leaving the people right now. People of this city need true leadership, you know?
You know, it's Caleb's trial tomorrow.
I don't owe him anything.
And it's hard to say for Caleb here on trial if Tris should feel any obligation to be here. I think probably not, realistically, given the choices he's made. For and Tris to stay now for the people, I think that's actually kind of important.
I'm going to deal with this one.
Please don't kill me. I'm sorry.
You brought this on yourself.
Well, yeah. So what? Are we breaking Caleb out? Because it doesn't seem like he's heading towards the trial.
All erudite prisoners are supposed to be locked in the cages.
I can handle this one myself.
Sure. Make it look good.
Let's bring him in.
You can come out now, Caleb.
Thank you for
Your sister's idea.
Again, whether or not he deserves to be broken out like this, but I suppose they should be having this conversation together as family. I don't know.
It's what you do for family. Get in the car.
I knew it.
Okay, fantastic, Peter. What does it matter?
Look, I don't want to be here when your crazy mom goes around killing everybody. I can join you guys, or I could yell, help, help, help!
Oh my god. This guy is absolutely insufferable. So the plan is to just shoot their way out if things don't go well?
I didn't hear anything about a prisoner transfer.
Well, you're hearing it from me.
Let me see your movement order.
Yeah.
Right here. I got everything. So
So what? Are we really gonna arrest people who want to leave?
Tobias Eaton took Caleb Pryor out of his cage.
Open the gate.
Well, I'm glad to see Christina probably joining them. Obviously, she came to save their butts right now, but yeah, she's joining. That's good. I'm happy to see her joining. Way more than Peter, you know what I mean?
Tobias Eaton is a traitor. Shoot to kill.
Yeah. So the factions realistically have just replaced the old regime with a new one. Nothing changes.
On me.
Uh-huh. Sensors, I'm guessing. Man, I hope everyone's grappling hooks got a good grip on the whatever's there, you know, on. Oh my god, Caleb.
I'm sorry for it.
Gotta love this running up the wall style that they're doing, though, with the grappling hooks, obviously. It's just cool visually. Oh, damn. Ooh. Okay. I'm glad Christina was wearing the gloves, you know what I mean? I guess everyone is, but damn. What's happening? We're gonna blow a hole in the wall? Oh, was that the power station? Okay. Should have figured that out.
We did it.
Oh my god, you shitting me? They actually got Tori?
Tori!
Oh, and she's just straight up dead. Wow. That's bullshit.
No! Tori!
You know, I wish they'd thrown down another grenade or two to take out this security team. You know what I mean? Man, do their cables run long enough for this?
Didn't exactly send out the welcome committee for you, Steph. Humanity welcomes you with hope.
What humanity?
Well, I suppose that's one good question. Is there any actual humanity still out here?
This hole looks radioactive, or at least it was in the last 200 years.
Somebody seriously messed up the world.
Oh, somebody seriously messed up this area just outside of Chicago. Come on, man, you can't see that far.
Great, now the sky's bleeding.
Come on, let's go.
What if there's nothing else out there? There has to be.
Okay, there may not actually be anything out there, but you have to find out, right?
You guys hear that?
It's an engine.
Someone's coming for us.
Yeah, someone sure is coming for you. You really should have blown up those cars before you left. Or tried to shoot those people, you know.
Go, come back, go!
That's one good shot. But yeah, for real, 4, you have to go take out Edgar right now. What are those bullets hitting? Is that a force field? Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Don't be afraid, there's nothing to worry about. You're safe now. Tris Pryor, it's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, what? Have you guys been monitoring the whole situation in Chicago this whole time? Yeah. Oh, wow. Damn. Well, I guess there goes Edgar.
Our plasma globes will protect you from the toxicity.
Okay. You want to explain what the toxicity is? Is it radiation, like Caleb was talking about, or? All right. Well, I hope these people are trustworthy.
This is insane.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. The question is this society all that much better than the one they just left? You have to hope. It looks nicer, but that only means so much.
There's nothing to worry about. You're being decontaminated from the toxins which plague our world.
I mean, I feel like there's at least a few things to be worried about, but we got to roll with it for now. Oh my god. That would be so disconcerting. Alright. Cool. That looked weird as fuck.
You're clean. Please place your arm into the tube in the wall. There's nothing to worry about, Tris.
Man, I would not want to put my arm in any random wall tube. Or tube of any kind, really. Ah. Branding, huh?
That was the best weird shower I've ever had.
Hey, yours is different.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that they're to designate specifics about each one of you.
Welcome to the Bureau of Genetic Welfare. Early part of the 21st century, scientists first discovered a way to edit the human genome.
Man, I do not feel good about this whole genetic editing thing.
It started as an attempt to erase humanity's fault, almost erased humanity itself.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Deepened the rifts between people. Humanity crossed a line from which it could never return. The Bureau of Genetic Welfare. Our mission is to purify the human genome.
Sorry, purify? What do you mean?
Now, the guardians of the future. Your destiny begins today.
This is all a little bit suspicious.
Life in the Bureau can be demanding.
Who are they?
Bring them in from the French. Give them a second chance. They've grown up watching you.
Nothing creepy about that.
So yeah, they've been all watching the Truman Show style.
Welcome to your new home.
Okay.
I told you I wanted them unharmed.
He went with them. He betrayed you.
I need you ready to fight.
Fight who? Jesus Christ.
What do you think?
I think they've been studying us for 200 years and we need to catch up.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
The director's ready to see you.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I meant Tris alone.
We can't go together?
Yeah, why not?
Since you were the one who opened the box, which invited you here, the director would like to thank you personally.
Okay. That still doesn't really explain why 4 can't go with her, but all right. Huh. What was that look all about?
Chicago is just one of 50 major cities that used to exist. Beyond that is oceans and more land than you can imagine.
Yeah, it does make you wonder what the rest of the world is like.
Hello.
You must be the director.
Call me David. You must have so many questions.
Yeah, you gonna answer any of them? Or at least the most important ones?
To your people, you are Divergent. To the council, you are a freak. To me, you are a miracle.
Good speech, man. Still don't trust you.
David, are you aware of what's happening in Chicago right now?
Restoring order in Chicago is important to me as it is to you.
Okay. And so what are you going to do about it?
If we could rescue genetically damaged people, man's genetic material would heal itself.
And I'm one of those people.
Yeah, essentially.
You're the only one.
Oh, one of the only people who have healed.
You are genetically pure. The rest are still damaged. Damaged. If we can understand what made you, maybe we can use that knowledge to help the damaged.
I do not like the way he's talking about all this situation, you know?
I answer to the council. They're the ones who ultimately determine our fate. But if you don't believe me, believe your mother.
What? What do you mean?
Your mother, Natalie, wasn't born in Chicago. She was born in the fringe and rescued by the Bureau.
But even if that's the case, how much does that really mean?
They're your mother's memory tabs. With them, you can watch the world through her eyes.
I still don't know how much. I guess we have to see her memories before we can find out how much that does or doesn't prove.
Natalie, come on!
I'm not Natalie.
We need to hide! Come on!
Yes, but remember, you're seeing her memories.
They're coming! Run!
Okay, so if the damaged are supposedly being rescued, why are they so afraid? Wouldn't that be a good thing?
Bureau soldiers!
Oh, okay. So the people that came for them just then, you're right. They were just like, what, raiders or something like that.
We're taking you to the Bureau. You're safe.
How many more did you save today?
Not enough.
Chicago has got to work, David. It's the only hope for us.
Okay, so Natalie actually did a certain amount of growing up before going to Chicago and having her family.
She volunteered to leave the safety of the Bureau to enter the experiment herself.
Oh.
If I can show the council your miracle can be replicated, the council will be forced to look at every human being as worthy of life.
You know, it's interesting. I think that this story outside the walls with these, not new people, but kind of new people in terms of at least the story, I think it's important. Like, they do need to be exploring this, but I also feel a little bit like we should be exploring more of what's still happening in Chicago. Because, yeah, they deposed Janine, but ultimately, Tobias' mom has just gone ahead and just kind of assumed the position that Janine was in before. Like, she doesn't seem to be doing much better. So if we haven't really saved the people of Chicago, then it kind of feels like we should still be trying to do that. You know what I mean? And again, it's tough because I think that both storylines deserve attention. And in following one, ultimately, we sort of have to not ignore the other, but like one storyline is gonna be sort of shoved to the side at least a little bit, or like somewhat overshadowed by the other. And
I still can't believe my mom is from this place.
Do you trust him?
I trust her.
I don't think we know enough about David yet to trust him, you know? Wonder if their new tattoos on their wrists, their brandings or whatever, is just indicating how genetically pure they are.
Access denied.
Say hi to David for me.
Oh, is this when she's going to Providence?
Tobias Eden, you've been assigned to me. I'm Nita. Let's go.
Okay, and what are we doing?
Why isn't everyone allowed upstairs? This separation, I don't like it.
I agree. I don't know who told you that being different was a bad thing.
What do you mean you don't know? I thought you've been watching her whole life. Most of the society she just came from told her being different is a bad thing.
I'm really not a desk job kind of guy.
This is where the action is.
Okay.
Resistance is growing. Evelyn is beginning to respond. File a report.
Evelyn. I know I've heard that. Before they go on, something I'm really curious about. With 3 movies in, I believe Tobias' mom only turned up in the second one. I mean, I swear to God, like, I know I literally just watched the past 2 movies. Obviously, I've forgotten some details already because that's just how my mind works, apparently. But one thing I want to know, might be difficult for any of you guys to answer this one, but how many times up until this point in the story have they said Evelyn's name and I still couldn't remember it? Not a massive point. It's just like, seriously, this is why I've been calling her Tobias' mom for this fucking whole movie. So one of these days I'll get better at names, but maybe not, because I'm just getting worse at names as time goes on.
Whoever created this is a genius.
Well, thank you. It was a labor of love.
Ass kisser.
Oh. So you created it? Wow. Well, I can see why, tell why it looks the way it does with this, like, glitchy different areas of screen, but God, that would be, like, tough to keep seeing all the time.
Personal drones expands your field of vision, provides 3D modeling of environments.
Yeah, at least the technology they're using seems extremely useful.
The left hand activates the drones.
Oh, wow. Cool, but once again, this seems like the kind of thing that would be, like, really confusing to have in your eyesight all the time.
It'll take you a while to get the hang of it.
Identified.
Okay. I'm glad Tobias, 4, is picking it up almost immediately. Good for him.
I think I got the hang of it.
Yeah, just straight away. No practice time necessary.
Why aren't they intervening now?
Well, they will. We just have to make our case.
Okay. You need to petition them to do something?
Can I still count on you to help me?
Can I count on you?
Janine never had a chance against you.
I notice you didn't really answer her question, though, man.
The Allegiant. That's what you're calling yourselves.
Sure.
I was forced out of my faction. I gave up my life.
I understand your anger, Evelyn. I do.
Do you?
I will lie and I will fight if I have to.
I wasn't born Amity. I'm not afraid to fight for what I believe in.
Oh, man, I appreciate that she wasn't, fooled by this.
We can come to some sort of agreement.
What the fuck? Man, Edgar is a problem. I can see why he's Evelyn's, first in command or whatever, though. They're both a problem.
Caleb said that some of the Dauntless are lining up with Joanna. The rest of Kandor is still solid with Evelyn. Has David said anything about what he can do?
Not really. He kind of said that they could do something, but that's about it.
Once we talk to the council, then the Bureau can step in.
What if they say no?
David is confident that they won't.
I found out why I can't go upstairs.
Yeah? Because you're not pure?
I know.
Yeah, sadly she knew.
When were you going to tell me?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I guess I didn't think that it mattered.
Why doesn't it matter?
It doesn't make a difference if you're pure or if you're damaged. You're still the same person to me.
Well, it does. It kind of does matter. I hear what she's saying. She's saying it doesn't change their relationship. It doesn't change how she sees Four and I guess the others, Caleb, Christina, Peter, for better or for worse. But it does have an impact on the way they're being treated by everybody else here, the way they're being situated within this system. And that will matter. I think it's short-sighted of her to not see how that will impact them,
What do you actually know about what they do in the Fringe?
Yeah.
You know what they tell you.
Doesn't seem like we know anything about what happens on the Fringe.
Yeah, they're definitely weird, that's for sure.
Next time you go to the Fringe, I want in.
Yeah, that's understandable.
People, weather's clear. We are green for a run. Let's go. Ready to go.
Well, already going to the Fringe? That's good. I've been curious as to see what's happening out there.
Mission is to save as many kids as possible. They've grown up in hellish condition. I don't want to lose anyone.
I'm very skeptical about this whole saving the kids story. Oh man, yeah, and everyone looks really afraid. Kind of confirming my suspicions a little bit, but if they were really saving the kids, why do they have to keep going out on these missions all the time to round people up? Wouldn't everyone be on board? Wouldn't they want to go with them? Obviously, you would have to provide some kind of proof, but if they managed to save a whole bunch of children, say 20 years ago or whatever, or they've been saving children over the last several decades, wouldn't you have those same kids coming back to prove to everyone here that it's safe and they're being well taken care of? And then it wouldn't be that hard to round everybody up because there'd be trust. But it doesn't seem like that's what's happening. We've seen a certain amount of these people from the Fringe within the Bureau of Genetic Welfare, but where are they after they get older? It doesn't seem like they're joining these teams. I mean, maybe they are, but again, if they were, then why wouldn't the people out on the Fringe have more faith in the Bureau soldiers? You know what I mean? It's just all very suspicious.
Drones! Go!
Interesting. So their uniforms turn red once they're outside. Is that because they're absorbing like radiation or something? Toxicity?
Come on! Target identified.
4, why don't you say something?
Stay away, calm down. We're here to help. I'm not going to lose my family. Hey! Whoa, 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 stop!
Whoa, whoa. Hang on.
Get off and don't
Yeah, what the fuck? Seriously? That's not how you save people, man.
Sorry.
I'm gonna see my dad.
Oh, let's go!
It's all right. It's okay.
Go, we gotta move.
Yeah, and how do you justify to this kid that you murdered his dad?
Just do your job, Dauntless.
Let's go.
Well, I hope 4 and Christina are going to talk about this. He didn't really follow what's happening with Christina, though. Like, she might not have seen anything suspicious out here, even though the whole thing kind of reeks of suspicion. And oh my god, no, it doesn't look good. People are totally just being fucking rounded up.
Look at this.
Hey, what's your name? My name?
Oh.
I'm sorry about your dad.
My dad?
So their memories are being wiped, like, immediately?
It's not a humanitarian mission. We're not saving kids, we're stealing them.
Now you know.
Then you take away who they are.
I think that's the point.
Yeah, and you guys are all good with this? There's definitely nothing humanitarian about that bullshit.
They were all unarmed. I won't surrender to this. Round up everyone who's left. We take the fight to Evelyn.
So Evelyn is going around just executing people now. God damn.
Today we take Evelyn down. Whatever it takes.
My god. Evelyn, I mean, you know what? She didn't even really become Janine. She just was Janine to begin with.
There's gonna be a war. And they do something about it.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad that we are still getting some updates of what's happening in Chicago. I hope that our main characters here honestly get back there sooner rather than later and help deal with that situation.
What are you trying to do?
I'm getting Tris. We're leaving.
Central elevator's been compromised.
Well, he needs to find out.
You don't understand yet, but these people have been lying to you. He has been stealing children from their family by killing their parents.
It was an unfortunate accident, sir.
Please. That seems like a common occurrence.
Do you have any idea what is going on out there?
Why do you think we're going to meet with the council?
I'm somewhat surprised that Tris is not really trusting what 4 is saying right now.
I have to go.
Okay. This whole thing is concerning.
You're making a mistake.
Well, I kind of hope that they wait around long enough for Tris to come back so they can try to talk to her again. For obviously maybe bring Christina into this conversation too. But at the same time, it seems like time is of the essence, and I could kind of understand if 4 wants to grab Christina, maybe Caleb and Peter, bail back to Chicago and just deal with that situation, because that's all sort of happening right now, you know what I mean?
You're gonna walk across the fringe? I don't think so.
Take us to Chicago.
I really thought that 4 would go speak to the others first.
What you're about to do has ramifications for people all over the world. 4 doesn't see that. It's not your fault.
One person's only getting to see the big picture without the details, and one person's really only seeing the details without the big picture. This is why it would be really great if they could spend more time actually talking to each other and trying to mash those things together, because you need the details and the big picture to really see what's going on, you know what I mean?
David never wanted you to see what you saw out on the fringe. And his ship is the only one that can fly through the Campbell Wall. We're not taking you to Chicago.
Where are we taking 4? To be executed on the fringe? Yeah, it would appear that's the case. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad this other bro, I think that's Bill Skarsgård. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm glad he gave him a little bit of a heads up there. Also appreciate it. Actually kind of makes sense that 4 is a little bit more capable of fighting than any of these soldiers. Because he kind of feels like Dauntless had much tougher physical challenges than these fringe soldiers. Sorry, the Bureau soldiers. Oh my god. That's a hell of a crash. Of course 4 is going to be okay. What about, Skarsgård? Is it William? To be clear, not the actor in this case. Is Bill's character's name William, because I thought that's what they said before, but I just don't remember. And then I'm like, obviously not totally trusting myself because Bill is short for William, and maybe I'm just conflating the. You see the mental problem there, right? Nonetheless, Bill Skarsgård's character. I'm sure we'll get there in this movie, but if I don't figure it out, you can let me know in the comments.
She's passed them all with flying colors.
I'd like to hear from the girl.
This must all come as quite a shock to you, finding out that you're pure.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. I know what they mean, but, you know, it's how you think about it.
It's shocking that the more I learn about the past, the more I feel like you're all making the same mistakes over and over again.
Yeah, it's important for Tris to be speaking to them right now.
Human beings cannot be categorized in this way. And maybe it's time to start embracing everyone instead of dividing them into groups.
Fully agree. That's a good point to be making.
All of this is just an experiment to you, but these people in Chicago are real. They're in a war right now because of divisions that you created.
David has control over the administration of Chicago.
Uh-huh. So David,
He's only here to extend his funding.
Wow, David.
But if things are as bad as she said, you get your house in order first?
Yes. David, maybe you should get your house in order, lying bastard.
You said that you couldn't do anything.
I'm bringing back the factions.
What?
Excuse me?
Factions work, Tris. They keep the peace.
Bullshit. The factions only kind of work for a certain amount of people.
I never should have trusted you.
You want change with no sacrifice.
Yeah, I don't think that she wants those things. I think she's saying that it's time to try a different way.
Need to get to Chicago. Tell Evelyn she's got a lot bigger problems than Joanna.
We need your help. You don't know what he's capable of.
We who? Like, please tell us more.
As long as she stays in the Bureau, she's safe.
So when David asks, I want you to tell him that I left you behind.
Why?
Because interest will know you're lying.
Okay, nice. No one else would figure out that he is lying except for Tris. And I suppose maybe like Christina. I want to say Peter and Caleb, but obviously they know less stuff and are less trustworthy and other things. You know what I mean? I'm glad he bought that little identity tag from the from Matthew. Right.
It was an accident. Passed out when I came to. Everyone was dead. Four left me behind.
Don't worry. We'll find him.
Well, it does look like Tris got it immediately, so that's useful.
Four is trying to make his way back to Chicago.
Okay, that's good. Guys, you gotta stop talking about this right here. Like, yes, talk about it, but like not right there. You know what I mean? Man. So is this rain all toxic? Is Ford just gonna get sick? Like, yeah, they got decontaminated at the Bureau, but he's not gonna be able to do that once back inside Chicago. And he's got this cut, which is probably leading the toxins into him. Leaching? You know what I mean?
I need help with something in Chicago.
David, you needed help with a lot of things in a lot of places.
Well, if you do well, you can have any job you want. Except mine.
Sure. What other jobs are there here that Peter would actually want? You know what I mean?
Can you find Four? You can't tell anyone.
Okay, of course.
Is Caleb going to be trustworthy this time?
Anything you need, Beatrice.
Yeah, all right, buddy. We'll see.
We found him outside the wall.
I have something that you need.
Really?
The way to win your war.
Oh my God. Ugh. Should Evelyn even be winning this war? Obviously, I feel like the answer is no, but, you know, please provide your own answers.
I'm sorry.
Tris, I found Four. And there's something else you're gonna want to see too.
Okay. Good.
Over there! That's him! We got him!
Don't worry, he's fine. Just keep watching.
Fine how? And who just found him? I'm guessing this is all genetic information or samples.
Try it out, and you'll see. Just don't try it on anyone you like.
Wow, I wouldn't trust that. Are you kidding me? Man, Peter giving me a mask with probably some kind of gas or something and be like, try it out. I'm like, fuck no.
I was wondering when you'd have the courage to face me. I protected our son from Janine's thugs.
Seriously, Marcus?
Beating your own child.
It made him who he is.
Fuck off, Marcus. That's always the excuse from abusive parents, right? Oh, hang on. Is that going to be an old memory wipe? Right. So, Marcus' memories are gone now, huh? Sorry, what the fuck is happening? Oh no, we're watching his memories get like burned up and destroyed or whatever. Okay. I guess that's one way to handle things.
Who are you?
Not even Johanna will remember a time that you weren't in charge.
Oh my god.
You have a very powerful friend on the outside if you choose to engage instead of prepare.
I'm not going to use that thing unless it's a last resort.
Okay. It's an interesting point in time for Evelyn to be taking a stand for human rights or whatever, assuming that's what she's doing.
Are you okay? I was worried about you.
You need to make peace with the Legion.
No, I never wanted this war.
Oh, shut up, Evelyn. Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't want this war? Well, it's so hard to listen to Evelyn. And honestly, people like this in general. There's always these excuses for the horrible shit they do. They're like, oh, the other people forced my hand, and that's why I had to fucking execute a whole bunch of innocents without weapons, because they weren't innocent. Dude, you weren't forced into any of this shit. You chose these things. Joanna isn't some dictator. She just thinks that people should have a certain amount of freedom. Obviously, that everyone else following her is just deciding that they don't want to follow Evelyn because Evelyn's basically just the same as Janine. And like, what's the point? And like, yeah, they're in opposition right now, but that doesn't make them in any way bad. So have Joanna and the Allegiant done anything to deserve execution or even just war in general? Have they been arresting people, executing people? Have they been forcing anyone to do anything? Well, it seems to me, so far from what we've seen, that the only thing Joanna and the Allegiant have done is separate themselves from Evelyn and the factionless or whatever. This whole thing is, it's always hard to watch dictators make excuses for their actions.
This is hard for me too. I don't want to have to keep you in here. I have responsibilities. I need you to stay here.
How are you going to finish this?
Yeah, how is a really good question.
Hey, don't worry. You won't have to be here for long. She used the memory serum. Chicago might forget its own name.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Yeah, I think that's the right choice. For 4, I mean. There's no way that he should be locked up right now. Like, for what? For escaping? I mean, yeah, he took Caleb out of this situation, but that's not good enough for him to be arrested and locked up like this. What you got there, buddy?
We have to go. Get Christina and meet me outside.
Where are we going?
Home.
Yeah. What do you think that we're going? Or that you were going, Caleb? For real?
How's it going in Chicago?
You need to forget about Chicago.
You've been watching me for years and you don't know anything about me.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
All right.
You were never supporting the Allegiant.
They killed your parents.
4 is there.
Wow, David. Well, I'm glad you're showing your hand.
Taking your ship and I'm not coming back.
You can't fly.
Watch me.
Hey, where are Christina and Caleb, though?
Tris Pryor is stealing my craft. Bring her back.
Quick landing on the ground to pick up the others.
Christina, these are for your interests. How'd you know we were leaving? You're not the only ones who hate David.
Interesting.
Let's go rescue 4.
Well, I'm glad that Nina somewhat helped. Maybe in the previous stuff with her on the fringe and whatever, she's just making the best of a bad situation and doesn't know how to fix things or improve things in any way.
Looks like 3 ships are following us.
Give her a nudge towards the ground. The autopilot will bring her down.
So, do you guys have any weapons besides the guns that Nina just gave you?
I'm going manual!
Okay, I suppose that makes sense. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of glad that they, like, skimmed along the ground and hit like this, because the amount of times in shows or movies where they like pull up just at the last minute and everything's fine.
Shoot her down before she reaches the camel wall. You can't follow her through.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, what the thing? Oh, I was wondering what the things surrounding the ship were, but I guess camouflage gadgets.
There has to be a way to shut off the gas. Look at the ventilation system. It's all over the city.
We got here just in time.
Whew, yeah, it seems like things are falling apart literally right now.
You said the gas was a last resort. How do you think your trial is going to end?
Yeah, I don't think the gas should be any resort. It just shouldn't be used ever, you know what I mean?
We know the second the serum is released.
You got it.
Easy. Sorry.
Stay where you are.
Oh, damn, that's one way to do it. It's super handy to have these like one-way shields. Yeah, you guys should be afraid.
Screw this. I'm out of here.
Yeah, bail, bro. I don't think this is... Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think that this situation is worth fighting for. Well, good to see a somewhat happy reunion.
You doing what you thought was right.
And yeah, she was doing what she thought was right. I just wish that she trusted For a little bit earlier.
Serum status ready.
If you press that button, we're completely safe inside the vault. No one else will ever know what happened to them.
God damn it, Peter. Could you be less of a scumbag? Wow. So she's really going through with it.
They just initiated the serum.
Did you find a way to shut it off?
Not yet.
Yeah, as much as I'm not happy about the choices Caleb made in the past, at least he's being useful now, you know?
It's locked.
Evelyn, you have to stop this right now.
I didn't want to do this, but I have to.
Oh, stop making excuses, Evelyn.
I was right to close the gate, but no one listened. No one.
Oh, bullshit, man.
Evelyn, that serum is gonna wipe the memories of the whole city.
What?
Whatever they told you was a lie.
Yeah, and you just trusted them.
I want to stand by your side. But what you do to the city, you do to me.
Honestly, even if she changes her mind based on this argument from 4, it doesn't make her a good person. She still wanted to do this to the Allegiant at the very least, and that's not good enough. Yeah, it's not surprising.
I hope you're watching, David.
Once it's locked from the inside, the door won't open.
We'll keep trying.
I really, really wish that our crew had continued giving Peter more and more chances every time, because it's just every time he's given a chance, or like 9 out of 10 times, he screws people over. The only time he didn't screw anyone over is when it was in the interest of serving himself.
Caleb, we're running out of options here.
There's a choke point where the vapor gets pumped out.
Cut their comm line to the ship.
Caleb!
Tris?
Yeah, it makes sense. Caleb, are you gonna go do something about this?
I'm going in.
Yeah, and the gas is going in the vault too, of course. Peter, when will you learn?
Make it stop!
It's locked!
Open the door! Peter, open the door!
I will say, I'm happy to see 2 movies in a row. Peter thinks that he's choosing the winning side. He falls in line behind some scummy leader, does scummy shit for that leader, and it ultimately ends up screwing him over as that person before Janine, in this case David, doesn't care about Peter at all. They're like, yeah, fuck Peter, he's a scumbag. I'm glad they're showing this, not just because of it's satisfying to watch Peter get screwed over by his stupid, selfish actions all the time. I think it's also important for us as an audience to see the kind of things that can happen when you're constantly a scumbag. You're constantly screwing people over and just like switching sides and just choosing whichever path serves you and nobody else, regardless of the cost. Yeah, there's a solid chance that's not going to go well for you. There's a solid chance that there's going to be no one you can trust, no one you can rely on, no one who will have your back. And then ultimately, that's just going to go badly. And so what's the point? You got to learn how to fucking trust people and care about people. You've got to learn to have other people's backs, because if you don't have someone else's back, how can you ever expect anyone else to have yours? It's good.
behind you, Peter.
Honestly, I kind of feel like if Peter goes out there, he's just going to breathe in all that gas anyway. It's probably a good thing. If there's one person who should have his memories erased, it's Peter. Maybe we could teach him how to be a better person after this.
So they ran the piping through the air duct.
Caleb, focus. Just tell me where it is.
It's right here. There's an isolation valve that controls the flow of the air.
How did she know this was down here?
Tris, it's at the end of the hall.
Honestly, if there's no gas in here, it'd probably be a decent place for the other guys to go into as well.
Close the doors.
Oh, shit. So David actually has a certain amount of control down here.
Tris, I control everything.
Yeah, there you go. He controls everything.
Just stop fighting.
There's another way down the stairs.
No. We'll say no, we will not stop fighting.
It's over, Tris.
Searching target.
Oh, interesting. So you managed to get 2 drones through?
Target identified.
There you are.
Nice. That's one way to do it.
You're right, David. It is over.
Oh, okay. Did blowing up that whole situation actually take care of it?
No!
I'll take it from David's response, it did.
Serum release halted.
How's that for damage?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's clear.
Wait. So tons of people actually managed to escape the gas?
We did.
That's what you do for family.
Sure, Caleb. You're still not fully forgiven, but at least you're making some progress.
There are others who exist on this planet who do not view us as equals, and they call us the damaged. They created factions to divide us from each other.
I kind of hope that Tris is actually just going to be the leader moving forward. Like Tris and 4, I think they kind of need each other to co-lead, balance each other out a little bit.
Come on! Think you can ditch me like this? We had a deal, pal!
Yeah, of course, Peter. What were you expecting, man?
Set the autopilot right for our friend's neighborhood, along with a little surprise for when it goes through the camouflage wall.
So here we stand, together, but as one city.
So it's interesting that Joanna and Evelyn are standing up there together and not fighting each other.
Come on and open the damn door!
Oh, wow. Well, the door's about to open, buddy. I don't think it's going to have the results you want, though. Interesting. Sorry. Is the whole force field going to come down?
To those of you beyond the wall, Chicago is not your experiment. It is our home.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. So that's where we're ending it. Guys, I really enjoyed watching this series. I hope you enjoyed watching it with me. If you did, you might like one of these other videos or whatever is up here. I hope you're doing well. I'll see you next time.